Hello everyone, welcome to Jasper Jinx Academy. We believe it's episode 5. Who knows, we might be on a time skip. Maybe Peony has something to do with it. But as you see, we have a different slew of witches perhaps today, so you get to meet some new ones, as well as we've brought back... Yay! But to get all of the shenanigans out of the way, you know, the shilling, if you really enjoy the stream and you want to give it some love, hit the follow button here on Twitch if you're watching on the video, hit subscribe. There's a bell now, and now there's another thing. We have to select one of the 3 options. It's absurd. Someday YouTube will understand that you just want to hit one button and you want to follow somebody. Until that day, they're just going to keep adding on options for you. Beyond that, you can also follow me on all of the social at Margaret Crone in all the places. I'll keep you up to date on all the things. But yeah, that helps. And then of course, if you want to help in a monetary way, I do try to pay all of my cast members on all of my shows. So if you want to help with that, you can subscribe to the channel here on Twitch, twitch.tv/MargaretCrone, and you get some cool emotes. You can use those on Twitch all over the place, as well as if you join our Discord, you get access to a whole bunch of awesome emotes as well. And then if you're feeling super duper generous, you can also donate. And if you're feeling super duper generous, but you don't want to donate to me specifically, we do have a St. Jude link. If you do exclamation point St. Jude, you can also donate there, and you can fect our D&D game. So there's many ways for you to support. Whether you want to support me, or you want to support a charity, or you don't have any monetary way, you can just support in a non-monetary. So that's all out of the way. Let's introduce our lovely witches today. Of course, first introducing yourselves and then introducing your witches. So, to kick things off, let's start with our newest guest, which is going to be Blue Jay, who joined us with Sage on Hecate High, which was a one-shot where I kind of first showed off this game, which is now live and anyone can play it. You can check it out on DriveThruRPG. I'll post a link in chat. You're muted, Blue Jay.
I was muted.
Okay.
It was so great to be able to kind of get a preview of the game before you even played it, and it's great to be able to come back and play the same character and visit it again. So I'm Blue Jay. If you don't know me, you can check out all my stuff. BlueJay_712 on Twitter. There's links to everything else. And I'm going to be playing the same character as I was playing in our one-shot ages and ages ago. Her name is Sage. She is Peony's twin. I think I said older by a couple of minutes. Yeah. She is soft and petite with wavy golden hair and green eyes and that beautiful art by Anna Newt.
So
Personality-wise, she is introverted, sensitive, and neat. She likes gardens and she likes cooking, and she hates snakes and disorder.
Good thing Iad's not here.
Yeah. I don't like snakes.
Today's going to be an interesting day. We have some different types of witches going to be on our show. And of course, moving on to her lovely sister there, we have our second guest for this episode, which is going to be Peony, played by Pumpkinberry, and we loved having you on last time, and of course we're excited to see what you bring into the table this time, especially with your twin.
Yes, I was so excited. Hi guys, I'm Pumpkinberry. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry, and you can also find me at pumpkinberry.tv if you want to check me out. I am playing Peony, and I'm so excited to be back. She is delicate and unassuming. She has a wavy pale pink hair, sea green eyes. She's agreeable, gentle, and proud. She likes gardens and sleep, and she hates obstinance and rhyme.
Peony is so cute. There she is on it. Sorry, I didn't get a
I barreled right into it. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm excited to have her back. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, moving on to a couple of our main cast members here, we have Ezra, played by Random Tuesday. Tell us a little bit about where people can find you, Random Tuesday, and of course, where they can find, or what all the things about Ezra.
I'm Random Tuesday. I hit my own hat because it's so large. Hi, you can find me most of the places.
Her hat that she
Random
made
Tuesday.
herself.
I did. This is from my Little Witch Academia cosplay. I make cosplay. If you want to see pictures of me in costumes, you can check out my website or my various social medias, stream on Twitch. I also play RPGs over on Roll4. In fact, I'm very excited because this Sunday, I think, is the prologue episode with Maggie and my character on Roll4. So that'll be its own sort of trash fire.
Oh, it's gonna be
in a beautiful way. And yeah, I'm very excited for that. And you can also find me with Blue Jay on Mondays normally, playing Dungeons and Dragons on the Dungeons and Dragons channel. That's the one. I'm playing Ezra. Ezra shares some traits in common with me, like her general level of obliviousness. But you know what? She's enthusiastic and helpful. She likes animals and playing sports. She's actually a Whizbee champion. She dislikes silence or quiet in general and disappointing people.
Wait, does that mean she doesn't like to disappoint people, or she doesn't like people who are disappointing?
She does not like to disappoint people. She will go against many people's better judgment in order
I feel like she also doesn't like disappointed people.
Yes, that is also true. Well, because typically when someone has become disappointed, it is because you have disappointed them. The state of disappointment. She doesn't want, no one is ever going to be, no sadness.
None whatsoever. I like her.
Yeah, Ezra's me, but like sports.
No sadness, but also sports.
She wears the school colors of blue and gold. Likes riding Pegasuses, red hair, sporty. She's the sporty spice.
We found out about the
Sporty
blue and gold
spice.
thing after the art was already created. So
found about the what?
I said we found out about the blue and gold thing after.
Oh,
the art
that's
was
fine.
created.
I mean, her hat's blue. That's the important part. She wears the blue and gold hat.
There we go.
That was what, yeah.
And of course, last but not least, we have our techno witch here, which is so much fun. Cypher, played by Little Red Dot. Tell us a little bit about who you are, and of course, who Cypher is.
Yeah, hey, I am Little Red Dot. I'm a GM and a digital storyteller. You can find me online as Little Red Dot, where I do both of those things quite frequently, both on my channel and other people's channel. So you should check it out. I play Cypher, who is our technomancer or cyber witch, I guess, whichever you want to call her. She's kind of slight and understated in her physicality. Orange and black hair, the works. She's kind of dark and brooding and a bit curt. She also has, thanks to our last guest appearance, she has gained a personality trait, and she's also respected now, which she was not expecting. She likes her laptop and hacking, and she hates Taylor Swift and handwriting things.
Yes. And I absolutely love everything about Cypher. I like that Taylor Swift hasn't become a thing yet, but maybe we can make it a thing.
Yet, everybody's just simmering on it. Cypher's gonna blow a gasket.
I kind of like to think that Taylor Swift is not the Taylor Swift that we know of in our world.
Oh my god, there's a different Taylor
there's
Swift.
an actual Taylor Swift at the school.
like a specific person.
Yeah.
Maybe at our school. Maybe she's actually just a Pegasus.
I was gonna say with that name, she's probably she's like a professional broom rider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Probably loves her.
The great broom rider.
It's gonna be the great rift of our friendship.
Yeah. And so last episode, well, we won't talk necessarily specifically about it, but I guess we'll go over kind of an overview of what these witches have learned about. They found that their school isn't quite what they thought it was. There's a tear that has been opening, something of that sort, in not just one place, but many places in their school. Cypher, unfortunately, has encountered quite a bit of this, and having seen some weird things happen in her previous school, she's taking it a little bit more seriously than maybe she might have before. Even so much that the entire group of them went to their head witch to proclaim what had happened, because Diane and Cypher both went into the kind of control room of the school. They snuck in because Cypher stole a key, that she's had for a little bit. Even though she's only been there for a day or two of school, it's fine. And they encountered something strange. The two of them looked like maybe they disappeared somewhere else and then reappeared. But what they saw was the same room, just old, with old monitors from maybe a long time ago, and spider webbing, like someone hadn't have been there for a really long time. But when they came back to, their friends were standing around them, and their friends all of a sudden saw them, and they all decided we should get out of this room very, very quickly, and so they left. And that is when they ended up at the head witch's office, kind of deciding whether or not, they should tell her. But they did. Although it didn't seem like the teacher really believed them, perhaps, and kept Cypher behind. Although she did say that she would talk to the defense master to ensure that everything was fine. She kept Cypher behind and kind of asked her if she wanted to talk to somebody, because sometimes when you go through trauma, you need someone to talk to, which was not what Cypher really wanted. She was like, no, believe me, damn it.
I'm not saying things.
But didn't say that, kept it inside, and made her way out, and said perhaps she would talk to the nurse. We also had an incident where Ezra was like, well, I'm not going to go with all of them. I'm going to go to the cafeteria. I want to get my friends some food, make sure that they're eating and staying healthy and getting drinks. And she ran into Heath and Celeste, who were trying to help Heath with his campaign to become class president, or president witch of that class. And Heath might have asked Ezra out on a date to the ball?
He thinks he asked Ezra out on a date. Ezra did not notice that.
She did say yes, though.
Oh, yes.
And so they had a little bit of small talk. He helped her carry the things to her friends, because it looked like she was trying to carry a lot of stuff. And he kind of asked her like what her favorite color was, things of that sort. Maybe perhaps for a reason, or maybe not. And then there was a little bit of a kerfuffle between Heath and Eon, who is Ezra's friend. And Eon and Heath don't really get along very well. And so Ezra tried to make the situation end before her other friends left the room. So that's kind of where we left off. So I think actually we are going to start the scene first with Ezra. You're sitting in your bed, and you're actually, like, it's the next day, and you're reading a book, and it has, or not a book, but like you're looking through a magazine, and Taylor Swift is on her broom on the cover of this magazine. Cypher.
So cool. Maybe someday I'll be like Taylor.
Walk into the room because you are looking for Ezra, perhaps to head to class.
I simply walk. Do I notice it? Is it like very apparent she's reading this magazine?
Oh yeah, it's very apparent. Unless she's trying to hide it. Are you trying to hide it?
Oh no, she thinks Taylor Swift is the coolest.
Right. But how about, is she as cool as, what was the other person that you're like?
Oh, that's
you have a few obsessions, don't you?
Taylor Swift is not a Whisby player.
Okay.
Eloise Fleetfoot. She's
Eloise
a Pegasus jockey.
Eloise Fleetfoot.
She's a Pegasus jockey. I think we clarified what Taylor Swift rides a broom.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's a famous broom rider.
I think she also is a singer.
She
makes her so
rides her broom and she sings.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, yeah.
She's basically Shiny Chariot from Little Witch Academia.
Aww. I'm into it.
I walk in, I note what you're reading, and I simply say, why do you read trash?
Where's Eon? He's not in here.
You would definitely like that for trash.
My magazine?
If you want to call it that.
Did I get something on it?
No,
Just,
actually,
looking at it as if like.
I'll make it better. And I take my Sharpie mark and I draw a mustache on the front of Taylor Swift's, on the front of the magazine. It's better now. Oh, and I cross out Swift and I make it say biffed. She biffed it.
Why did you ruin my magazine?
It's not ruined. It's a joke. It's better. It's funny now.
Well, I guess if that's really what you wanted to do, I wouldn't want to stop you, but you did kind of just draw on my stuff without my permission.
Oh, I'm sorry. I snap. Can I make it disappear?
Disappeared ink!
Wait, it is the magic Sharpie. It is the Sharpie marker. Does it disappear?
No.
Great.
It's not a magical Sharpie. You just keep saying it's a magical Sharpie.
But you can make it a magical Sharpie with a spell.
I said it was a normal Sharpie. I had to prove it was a normal Sharpie.
You could make it into a magical Sharpie, but it's never been a magical Sharpie. You just... Cypher maybe thinks that.
Cypher has been trying to teach them that it's just a normal Sharpie. That was half of last episode, was like, let me write on the edge of this dumpster and prove to you. It's just a mundane Sharpie mark. Okay, no, Cypher will. She'll do, she just does a new spell called
Control
Erase.
Z.
Yeah, Control Z. It takes us backwards. Yeah, we'll call it Control Z. That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Okay. She does Control Z. It's level 0. And I'm not gonna be using my laptop for this. This is me just trying to I don't know. Make things right, which is not I'm just trying to remove it. You know what? I will say Ezra is the person that I admire. So her being like, you wrote all my stuff, probably prompts Cypher to be like, oh, all right, fine, I'll fix it. Even though I found it funny.
For those of you who don't know how this system
it's okay.
works.
Like, and Ezra's like trying to tell you that it's okay that she's sad. Like she's just apologizing. She's like, sorry, I was upset at what you did because really, if that's what you wanted to do, like follow your bliss. Like I don't want you to be upset.
For those of you who don't know how this works, they roll 2d8 and then plus their advantages and then minus disadvantages, and advantages could be any of their attribute states, which that's why we pop those on screen, but there's also a few others that are not on there. So with a 7, that means a failure, and I get to choose what that is. So yeah, your goal here was to try to remove what you had put on there, right? But I think what actually ends up happening is now there's like a quadra stash happening. And
I was gonna say, do you just like remove Taylor Swift from existence?
Like every page you go to has the mustache on it.
Yeah.
I hate my head. I'm so.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I can probably get another one. This just came out. Like, this is a super new magazine. I'm sure they're still selling them in the stores. And she like tucks it under the bed and like hides it. She's like, "What did you come in here for?"
Class.
Yes, we have that today, right? She looks over at the clock like, what's the time? Am I already late? Probably.
You are headed off to Magical Disco.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yep.
So I was kind of hoping maybe we could just skip today.
Magical Disco is like super fun. I have been waiting. Like they only let people in our year take it.
But we have to dance, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
But magically to disco. There's glowing lights and a disco ball. Like maybe we're going to learn how to make the disco ball today.
Do they play EDM?
A what?
It's fine. Never mind. So we're just like swallows it. It's fine. So does it have to be disco?
Well, I heard one year the whole class did waltz.
What is that?
Waltz? I think it's a dance.
Well, the other two haven't really shown, so maybe it's just me and you.
That's right. Diane had to go to a special day-long retreat for everybody who wanted to run for student class president. And I think Eon may have disappeared with the trash. He was definitely in the dumpster when I saw him last. He really wants to know where the trash goes.
He'll figure it out. have so much faith in him.
Oh, also, are we going to do anything about the part where our school might be disappearing into the past?
So the headmistress, she says that I should go talk to somebody, like I'm depressed or something.
Esther just stays completely silent and says absolutely nothing.
I mean, she's treating me like I didn't see things, but I happened.
Right, I totally saw it as well. We lost our dinner because of the reality disappearing in the server room. I was so hungry after that meeting. I ate like half of my emergency snacks.
I feel like at this point, for no good reason whatsoever, except for I want to talk.
I have a plan for you too, and how you're gonna join. If that's what you're
Okay.
thinking.
All right. Fun.
Yeah.
Because
So,
they're in the
let's
dorm
go to
room
class.
right now.
Yeah, Cypher's like awkward. She's like, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I guess it's talking or class, so talking or dancing.
Well,
I hate them equally.
I think dancing's better for you, but maybe talking's good for you. I don't know. I talk to my mom. I talk to my brother a lot when I'm upset. My family's super supportive. Maybe you should talk to someone. But also, maybe we should investigate the part where our school may be disappearing into the past.
I imagine
Like,
her walking down the hallway,
just-
and Cypher's like, I don't like talking, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to
it
disappoint
continues.
the headmistress. Yes, Ezra's just thinking every thought out
Yeah.
loud.
Ezra just continues to think her every thought out. And we're going to pan over to the sisters who, Sage, you weren't with Peony on the first ride into the school, but you get to experience it. The two of you have two large Pegasus come to greet you at your current school. And the two of them kind of kneel down below, and Peony, you've done this before, you hop onto it, and Sage, maybe you like pet the Pegasus. And then the two of you ride off into the sky. You go way up into the sky until the clouds part, and you see this beautiful school. It's elegant, it looks so modern and chic. It's kind of like a fantasy on a cloud. And the Pegasus both land and trot as they land in front of this huge archway that opens up into a courtyard that has a beautiful garden.
I feel like I would have seen that, but I was so terrified that I was clinging to the horse's neck and like closing my eyes.
Oh.
And I only realized that we've landed when there's like the thump of the horse's hooves hitting the ground, and she's kind of like a little bit like sweats beading on her forehead because flying is not she likes being on the ground. And so there's this moment of like, are you gonna fall off the horse? Aren't you gonna fall off the horse? And I think she manages to hold it together to not fall off the horse, but she's obviously like a little bit overwhelmed with the whole situation.
And it was one for the both of us, right?
No, you had two. Each of you had
Oh,
your
we
own.
had two. Okay. Because I was wondering if I was trying to comfort her or not, but okay.
But you could comfort her as you're getting off the horses, or
yeah.
off the Pegasus.
Wasn't that amazing? I told you.
Yep.
What, you didn't like it?
I'm not I'm never I'm really not into the flying thing. I know it's
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't that cool. It was, it was just all right.
I mean, it's really cool now that we're here. And she takes her
Yeah.
first like look around, and the gardens are actually, I'm sure, like really
That's
beautiful.
where I saw it. Look up in the corner. That's where I saw the like tear thing that I told you about.
Over there.
Yeah, like right up in the sky. It was right there.
Is it still there?
I take out my phone, which I know our family doesn't really do technology. So I have like a hand-me-down phone with a cracked screen that I took a photo on, and I will show you again. See? That's it. It's right there.
And I'm gonna just like compare and contrast. Is it still
Yeah.
there, or is it
No,
not there?
it's not there.
No.
Hmm.
It's not there now, but
Maybe they
Yeah.
fixed it.
Yeah, when she took the
Maybe.
photo, it looks like it was nighttime, and you can see like a little tear in it. But what it looks like in the tear is like there's a sky behind the tear that's different. And when you look at the sky now, it's obviously morning, so it doesn't look as dark, but you don't see a tear.
I mean, people don't just let holes in the sky stay in the sky. That would be irresponsible.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, Cypher was really worried about it. And I told her I'd look into it.
Okay,
So that's what we're doing.
I'm here. Do you know where Cypher is?
No, but I think when I looked at our schedules, I think we have disco class. We have class today with her, I think. I could be wrong.
Disco?
Yeah.
Is that short for something?
Magic dancing. Jazz hands.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, we're going to dance and make magic.
Is that new? Is that like your phone?
No, I think it's a type of light show.
Oh, okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
I love that none of us actually know what the class is.
But it looked cool and the syllabus looked neat. So
I mean, they assigned me to a class. I'm sure it's because they think I need the class. So
Y'all made up this class. I didn't make this up. The witches make up the classes.
I wasn't around for this magical disco situation.
Like a lot of shade is being thrown in our direction about the creativity of our class choices.
I'm more about herbology myself, but
We do have an advanced alchemy class, I think.
They do.
yeah, that's one of the reasons I came.
And they do actually have an herbology teacher as well.
yeah.
She's very
So
But,
maybe
you
that's
know,
why you're here, but you have to also take this other class that maybe you're not really interested in. But hey, whatever gets you in the door.
I'm open to the possibility of magical disco. I just don't know what it is. Is it short for discovery?
Well, you're about to find out.
Yep.
As the four of you walk into this room. So what you see before you is that once you get past this gorgeous hallway that you're in, you look down into this area, and there are probably a seating area for maybe 50 to 100 people with a bunch of different aisles, and the seats kind of are these really beautiful floating chairs, and some of them move up and down, and they're all in different orders, and have little numbers on them, and they kind of reflect on the back. And before, way down in the front, you see a stage, and this stage has kind of all kinds of interesting equipment on it, and the curtains before it kind of sparkle and shine, and it's almost as if they have a life of their own. And along the walls you see these creatures. They look like they're pulsating colors, and as soon as students start walking in, spotlights start going on to each of them, and they're all different colored spotlights. For instance, Peony, yours is pink, and it kind of just accentuates your pink colors. Sage, yours are this light green that kind of flicker on you.
I feel when the light
yours
comes on, she's like, oh.
is a mixture of blue
Don't
and
look at me.
gold. And Cypher, yours is this interesting gray and red combo, and it kind of they just kind of move with you as you move, and you see that maybe there's a chair that might be made for you that matches the same lighting.
Oh. Is mine next to Peony's?
They're all next to each other.
Okay.
Oh, and I see her now.
Yeah, and you recognize both of them. Ezra, you do not recognize either of them.
Hi, Cypher.
Let's be real.
Yeah, I was
Ezra
gonna say,
doesn't
I-
always recognize people she's supposed to remember.
That's true.
I probably walked straight by, not even headphones in, not even noticing. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, Cypher.
Hey Sage. Hey Peony.
Hi.
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 I start taking stuff off. Oh. Why do you, what, please tell me you did not come all this way for disco.
Well, I mean, I came because of the thing.
Oh, I have new information on the thing.
So do I.
Ezra. This
What?
is-
She's already dancing.
The
Who
class
are
hasn't
they?
started yet, and she's
Oh,
grooving.
Maybe we shouldn't talk after class.
Has it started? Because
Are you new?
Oh, yes, a little bit. I mean, I've taken a couple of classes here already. Hi, I'm Peony.
Hi, I'm Ezra.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, wrong hand.
My friend, and these are my friends. This is.
I'm Sage.
We're twins. She's older though.
Just by like a couple minutes. You know, because the twins thing.
Yeah, that's how twins work.
Yeah.
I have a brother. He's not my twin.
So are you two friends or?
Well, we've known each other for 2 days. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we've seen some things.
Like reality falling apart.
Did they fix that? I didn't see it. When we got.
I don't know that it's fixed as much as like manifesting more frequently.
More frequently?
Yeah, and then like, I went down to the control room to like prove a point to them, and then Diane, you remember Diane?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is she president yet?
She's working on it.
Oh, okay.
On a retreat this week.
Oh, all right. Well, I will vote for her if they will allow me to vote.
That is the hope. Yes. We went into the control room because I was trying to prove to them because nobody believed that I saw what I saw. And then when we tried to do that, Diane and I ended up in what can probably only be described as like an alternate dimension or possible timeline. There was a voice and it wasn't very nice. And so then I came back because I rewound time. Hey, you guys, I did it. Remember that one? I had to rewind time and it didn't work? I did it.
Yes! I'm so proud of you! Time magic is my favorite!
It was kind of dangerous and it could have failed, but it did. And then we came back and then I proved to everyone that it was the case. And then we thought, well, what better thing to do than take it to the headmistress? And we did that. But she I kind of look over at Ezra as to not like say anything bad about the headmistress in front of her because I'm afraid Ezra wouldn't like that very much. But I was like, she listened, but she didn't take us seriously.
Yeah. Is that what was happening? That's what I felt like.
Yeah, she just kind of treated us like I was crazy, and I'm.
What?
Yeah, she didn't
You're
believe.
not crazy. I have a photo. On my
I tried
phone.
to show her a photo, and then she was like, "But it's not there."
Has anyone tried like cleansing the area? Like there was a ghost before, and then we, cleansed, and then it was okay. You get some smudge sticks and just No.
I mean, did she handed me something? I took a book. She gave me a book.
Yeah, she gave you a book of the history
of the school. I need to read that. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and she gave me this, but just like yesterday, and I really didn't have time to. I was writing in codes. It's fine. So we have some things, but she says I should talk to someone.
Well, you're talking to me right now.
She says I should talk to the nurse.
Why are you sick?
No, I don't think so.
I could help. I have a spell for that.
She does, actually. She's gotten really good at it.
Really?
Yeah, anytime I have a tummy ache or my head hurts or I need to study and I can't focus, she's on top of it. She's great.
Maybe you could have helped Diane, because we kind of tried to help her with a headache in it.
And all of a sudden, a disco ball comes flinging down from the sky, and it starts twirling, and lights go flickering. And these creatures that are on the side of the wall start like strobing lights all over the room. And the curtains that are like sparkling with magic are now sparkling with all of these colors. And you just hear this disco music playing in the background, and all of a sudden the curtains swing open and you see Professor Red. She's dressed in this athletic red suit that's like sparkly, that almost looks like it has mirrors all over it. It's absurd. She's got like these knee-high socks on, and she just looks adorable. She has this fluffy red hair with messy curls that are kind of like balled up into like a ponytail, and she just looks very, they look very excited to be there. It's almost like they have like really long hair, but also they're like a bit masculine. Like they like do a lot of exercising and stuff like that. And they kind of like walk forward and they say, oh God, I was like, what is happening? I'm gonna move this off the screen. It is so nice to see you all. Welcome to the class. Let us get off our feet. Come on, everybody. And like all of your chairs drop to the floor, disappear, and now you're standing on your feet. All of the chairs are gone, and the ground is like these squares with all these different colors. It is a lot. This is like sensory overload.
What is happening?
Ezra loves it.
What is this?
Okay, it is time. Watch this. This is what we're going to do. And she kind of like moves her hands and waves, and the colors on the floor kind of they kind of change based on like where her feet go, and she's kind of expecting everybody else to kind of do this. It's basically magical DDR. Exactly. Thank you. That's what you're doing right now.
I feel like Sage like takes a second and then sees like there's something that this teacher wants me to do. And so she like looks at the ground and tries to like just hop on the squares that are green because that was the color of her light. But she keeps like running around after them and she's not actually dancing at all. She's just like, okay, so this is what I'm doing. We're going after the green. Got to get the green color. And every time she gets to a green one, it changes to like somewhere else.
Definitely. It's probably exhausting if that's what you're going to do. And
I mean,
she's like, moving your body makes you feel good, and that is what we're going to do today. We are going to learn how to make you feel good. Is everyone ready for some feel-good dancing? Play the music. And the music changes, and she kind of does this like, it almost looks like as she's moving on the floor, magic swirls around her. And the spell that she's casting is make you feel good. And so everyone is going to take a stab at this, and it will be interesting.
I'll go for Ezra.
Wait, what's it called? Make you feel good?
Feel good.
Okay. And it has to be done dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dancing one.
I'll put that at level 0.
Yep. Put it at level 0.
Okay.
And you'll get a chance to cast it, so you can add any of your modifiers to it, and we'll see how well it happens.
Okay, my description is dance and feel good.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Makes you feel good.
Okay, I feel like just because I love failing, Sage is introverted and she hates disorder, and I feel like dancing is like very not for the introverted. It's kind of an extroverted activity. Plus disco and order, I mean there's probably unorder to it, but she can't see it, so
yeah,
I feel like she should have a negative for casting.
Go ahead, roll your -2.
I just don't see a reality in which she would be good at this. I got a 3.
Oh my gosh.
I would like to see what everyone else is like, so we can like put this whole picture together of like everyone's dancing.
Okay.
So Ezra, I think, is in complete contrast to that because she's athletic, she likes playing sports. She's enthusiastic, and she also doesn't like disappointing people. So like she doesn't ever want to disappoint teachers. And she's like kind of her jam, but she's super intimidated by this teacher.
Yeah, I think you get that +4.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that those are all good.
Cool.
Go for it.
All right. I'm still probably gonna fail even with a +4, but she's gonna try. We're gonna try. 13.
Yes. Hot diggity.
I mean, you are the sporty one. You're basically Sporty Spice.
This should be able to do this.
All right. What about Peony and Cypher?
I'm pretty gentle, and my family is very out of touch with anything technical. I don't even think I've heard music like this before, and the flashing lights and trying to keep up with everything. I just don't imagine I am quickly coordinated I think that I spend my time quietly tending my garden, so I will take a -2 to this as well.
Yeah, like the delicate and the gentle, I think, are
Yeah.
maybe ballet would be a better
Something
dancing
like that would
class for
probably.
you.
So yeah, I will take the -2 as well. And pop up. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Wow.
Cypher, you're last
Surprising.
up. Let's see how
An
you do.
11.
Right. Partial success.
All right. This is not Cypher's jam. If this was like a dark EDM rave, maybe in far more her scene, but she is dark and brooding, both things I think disco are not.
Yeah.
For sure. Easily. Yes, I guess I'll take an
That
negative. And
-2?
I'm respected, and I don't think, at least Cypher doesn't feel like there's anything respectable about
I
this.
think it'll be just the -2 for the dark
All
and
right,
brooding.
here
And
we
this
go.
is very
Make-
like light and you know,
Feel good.
colorful.
Oh, I have a cat in my lap. She's
Cat lap.
she's taking over my lap.
Ooh, someone said she could hack the lights. I like that idea.
Failure. Surprise.
So first we'll start with the 2 failures. Yeah, I think what happens is poor Sage is trying to do this, but what she thinks she needs to do is like go for all the green lights. So she's like going for the green lights and she runs in to Cypher. And Cypher, you're actually maybe trying, but it's not working for you. And like the colors are just not there. And then Sage runs into you and you're like, ugh, and like the two of you are kind of like this mess on the floor, almost like you're playing Twister.
I'm so
And-
sorry.
Peony, you're getting it. You kind of look over at Ezra and you see what she's doing and you're picking it up. You're going with it. You're feeling actually really good. And part of you, like, it just makes you really happy and you just start smiling. But it starts like dwindling as soon as you realize that keeping this up is exhausting. And I think that like the combination is like you get it, you're excited, you're like really happy about it, but then you're like, this is exhausting. Ezra, on the other hand, you explain to us what that looks like because you got a 100% success.
So I think Ezra's like, this is not her favorite teacher because surprisingly, Professor Red, they are very fickle. So Ezra's like super attentive for once. Like the only time she pays attention is when she's like watching her coaches and like, what are they going to say? So she's just like constantly looking at them, but she's pretty good at looking at a set of movements and then copying it. So I think she does her dance moves with a lot of enthusiasm, but not necessarily a lot of grace.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of like, she's, you know, it's disco, so she gets away with it. But like if this was ballet, then I think that she would be struggling a lot more because like she hits the rhythm, but she doesn't like, you know, it's all like kind of a little bit of a flail.
Yeah, and then she's like, the teacher, Professor Red's like, all right, we're gonna change it up a little bit. You're gonna move your feet like this and your hands like this. Oh, you know, you don't have to do it the same way every time. That's the beauty of it all. It's all about what's in your heart and what you're feeling. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? Oh, you two, you need to come on, get up. She like helps you both up when you're like...
Cypher doesn't think kids do with your arms. They like drag them back out to the dance. Oh.
And Ezra, you feel illuminated, and I think anybody that's around you, if they start looking at you and seeing you dance, like I think all of your friends probably do. Peony and Sage and Cypher, the three of you, as you look at Ezra dancing, like it actually kind of makes you smile. Like you feel good.
Can I just watch her do it? She's making me feel great.
She's so good.
Casting, and I'll just not do this.
Oh no, you have to all do it. That is the beauty of it. That is the fun. Don't you want to make yourself feel good? Don't you want to make others feel good? Dancing is the way to a person's heart.
You know, I've always found that cinnamon rolls work really well.
Ezra.
Oh
Heath
wow!
is
Now
looking at
I want a
you.
cinnamon roll.
Me too.
I love cinnamon rolls. But Ezra's still dancing when she says that.
Oh man, and that takes so much work, and now I'm so hungry.
And now you get to cast it one more time.
Can I cast create cinnamon roll instead?
Like
could.
Ezra's enthusiasm should help.
You
everybody.
could too. You could totally cast create cinnamon roll instead.
I feel like what happens is like she's like it makes you feel good, the way to a person's heart, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then Sage is just like, you know what makes me feel good? Stuck on this track of like cinnamon rolls, and she can just like visualize in her head like there's definitely some cinnamon rolls being made somewhere. And I don't think it's so much as like create a cinnamon roll out of nowhere. It's more like, oh, like zone in on whatever kitchen in the world is making cinnamon rolls and just like take one. So it's not creating matter from nothing. It's like
someone's like eating a cinnamon roll, and then they're like,
and you
"Where did
just
my cinnamon
snatch
roll
it.
go?"
Oh,
Yeah.
no! I was gonna say we
Yes.
do have that spell from Hecate that was make one from another,
I
and you did really well at that. I thought.
Oh, I forgot we had that
I
spell.
don't even remember. But can that just give me what would have been make one from another level?
You can do level 1.
Level
say
one.
level one.
Okay. So from her like thoughts
Bless you.
of a delicious cinnamon roll, she's gonna try and summon an actual cinnamon roll.
Okay.
And I feel like the fact that she loves cooking, and that her favorite place is the kitchen would definitely benefit this.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
So +2. Cooking and kitchen.
Mhm. So on your spell list, there's actually a little roll button you can click right next to it. You
Yeah.
can actually post the spell in the chat as well,
I got it.
with the chat box next to it.
Ooh, I don't have anything except for because I had to redo my character sheet,
Gotcha. Yeah.
so I don't have that one.
Yeah, you'd have to like add the description in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it's
got-
posted like that in the chat. So yeah, I think you're kind of like envisioning this cinnamon roll, and you're like, where are you envisioning it spawning? Like in your hand? Are you like looking at your hand and you're like, please just give me
I
a
feel like
cinnamon
she's seeing in her mind's eye the cinnamon roll like sitting in a beautiful beam of light on a kitchen counter, and just like the drool is like in her mouth a little bit. And then yeah, her like I feel like when she sees it in her head, it's like a little hand, like when she was like 3, you know, like
Yeah.
reaching up to the
Oh,
counter,
yeah.
like barely reach. And then like just taking the cinnamon roll from like over her head. So maybe the partial success is that it, instead of being like in her hand and perfect, it's like on her hat or something.
Yeah, I think she's thinking about it in her hand, but then she doesn't see it in her hand, and she's like, oh, maybe it didn't happen. And she like puts her head down, and then like the cinnamon roll falls on the floor.
I feel like she looks around to see if anyone noticed a cinnamon roll drop from her hat.
I
Or
think anyone
one.
around you does.
I
unless they're
did,
not paying
But
attention.
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't.
I feel like she's doing the 5. She says under her breath, like 5 seconds, and then she like picks it up.
Yes.
It's like this.
Can I have a piece?
And it's like the like, don't let the teacher see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of you are eating a cinnamon roll. I love it. And are the other two of you actually trying to do the dance? I'm assuming Ezra for
Yes.
sure is. Okay.
Cypher's gonna try again, but she's also gonna. I forgot we had make one from another. I'm going to try to go from like these random lights on the floor that like Cypher can't decipher. Like she can't get it right, to something that she knows, which is a keyboard. So she's gonna change the lights to look like letters on a keyboard, so that she can program like it would be considered hack dancing. Basically. So she, I don't know if I need to cast to like change the lights on the floor, but I can. I guess that would also be make one from another.
I think you'd have to cast the one spell first.
Right, yeah, so I have to cast the first one, which is to like change the floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if that's successful, I would allow you to have a +1 for the situation that you're in.
Okay, yeah, watching Sage do this, Cypher's like, wait, I know that spell. And she decides that she's gonna try. So what do I have to add to this? Anything? I'm trying really hard to make it look like my laptop keys.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay. Nope. Oh, I'm just not rolling well. Nope.
I think, Cypher, you look down and you're trying to envision this look like your keys. And for a second, one of them changes to a J.
Oh.
And then another one changes to a K. And then it flickers. And you just hear in the back of your head this laughter that you've heard before. It sounds like when you were in the server room.
I don't know what move she is doing, but I quickly reach over and I grab Ezra. I go, did you hear that? Did you hear it?
Ezra did not hear it.
Ezra's dancing. She's
Okay.
like, what? Did I hear what? The music? Yeah, I heard the music.
No, I start probably over the music. No, the voice. Did you hear the voice?
There's a singer in the music. Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to try to do the dance moves while this conversation's happening.
Okay.
But Cypher has given up on that and is way more interested in attempting in the middle of class on the dance floor over the music to communicate to Ezra that she's hearing things.
Yeah, you get a -1 to the situation. But a +1. No, actually, yeah. -1 for the situation.
Okay, so that would be -3 total because I'm trying to do this thing again and I've got the brooding and the...
Yeah.
Oh, it's a partial success.
Yes, get it?
Yeah.
Maybe when Cypher doesn't think about it, I start actually doing the moves awkwardly, no doubt.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing great.
No, it's the voice in my head.
I think you do the dance moves great, but the message that you're trying to get across to Ezra does not come across. She's like, yeah, you're doing the dance moves.
Yeah,
And-
you're hearing the music like in your head. You gotta feel it in your bones.
And Cypher, you are just smiling, grinning from ear to ear. Like, you can't stop smiling. It just makes you feel really good, and you just want to keep dancing. Let's see how Ezra does.
Yeah, I feel like it's sort of the same as before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm she's squirty and oh no, she doesn't do as well.
You're trying to listen to Cypher, and I think maybe that's why you're not doing it perfectly.
She stopped paying attention to the teacher, and so now she's like paying attention to Cypher, so she can't see the moves that they're doing. And
Cypher's also smiling, which is awkward.
Yeah, that's actually super concerning.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, and so what we see is this scene of Cypher awkwardly smiling and dancing, Ezra like kind of concerned dancing, and Peony and Sage sharing a cinnamon roll together.
Wow, they are so good.
Right? They remind
Yeah.
me just of the ones Grandma made.
It's really strange.
Oh, I meant them dancing, but yeah, the cinnamon roll's good too.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention.
And all of a sudden the music kind of slowly dwindles down. The teacher is like, she's still kind of like dancing and grooving. The lights start dimming and the chairs start reappearing, and she's like, oh, the class is already over. I'm so sad, but we will see you all next time. I want to see your moves. They better be groovy. And she kind of like moves her hand, and the lights in one row all have like arrows on them pointing to the doorway. Next time we will learn how to do that. That is always very fun. Making all the lights change colors. It is my specialty.
I was supposed to say, Cypher, that sounds way more up Cypher's alley. She likes that. She's still awkwardly smiling.
I feel like Sage is like licking her fingers and like, oh, yeah, okay, all right. like trying to hide the fact that she has like maybe a little bit of cinnamon on the outside of her mouth.
She's like,
Sorry. Everything's fine.
Oh, I'm sweaty and embarrassed and watching. I'm definitely watching to see Cypher and Ezra since they did such a good job and they were dancing together.
Cypher also says, I sweated today for the first time.
You did really well at the dancing.
Yeah, you were amazing.
I don't
Thank you.
Yeah, can we just, feeling a little, and Cypher kind of grabs her stuff and just like pitters out of the room into the hallway.
Oh. I thought it was supposed to make you feel good.
I don't know what happened.
It probably wore off.
Yeah, I did notice I was feeling really good at the start of the dance, and then at the end, I just felt really tired. So,
That's exercise. Something about endorphins and dolphins. Dolphins. It's something about dolphins.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't get enough dolphins because I got really tired really quickly, and then I had a cinnamon roll and I felt better. I mean,
You had cinnamon rolls?
no, I didn't.
Definitely.
In my head,
There
I
weren't-
imagined having one.
there
It
weren't
was
any-
I just
delicious.
was gonna say that sounds really good, and I totally would have wanted one, but that's okay.
I can make some later.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna see what's wrong with Cypher. She seems upset.
Yeah,
She's upset,
I-
right? That's an upset face.
yeah, definitely.
she's still like
Still got,
smiling.
leftover smile.
You're just like,
Hey, Cypher. Ezra like comes in and like sits down. How are you doing?
Feeling conflicted thoughts and feelings.
Huh? Okay.
why? You were really good at the dancing.
Yeah, kinda. It made me smile and feel happy.
Well, isn't that a good thing?
unusual?
Sometimes, maybe, kind of, but then the voice, it made fun of me.
What voice?
What voice?
Voice!
That definitely wasn't me.
The voice! The one from the closet. Yes.
You heard them?
I was trying to tell you on the dance floor, what do you think this means?
Do you think maybe you're,
Dancing.
you're haunted? If you're hearing voices, you could have a ghost.
Yeah, this sounds serious.
We could like cleanse your aura.
Ghost like, but I
Like,
don't know
Sage,
enough
like,
about
already
ghosts.
has some sage like smudge sticks like in her bag that she brings out, and she's just like,
Yeah,
Well-
let Sage do this cleansing for you. Cypher, you're hearing voices?
Yeah, they're following me, and they keep making fun of me.
that's
And
not very nice.
no, they're not a nice voice. It's not nice. It's
Is
the
it just the one?
yeah, it's the same one. Is it female or male? Can I
You
tell?
can't really tell.
Okay. They do seem young though, right?
They seem like they're maybe in high school too. Like that's the
Okay.
voice. It sounds like they're maybe a teenager of some sort.
I think that it is somebody that went here a long time ago. You see, when we went back in time, which I am still slightly.
Wait, you went back in time?
Yeah, I think.
She said she did the spell.
Oh no! Before that, I had to go back. Okay, it pulled us through the rift. I'm actually thinking that the lightning, the tears are
Yeah.
tears between time and space, and something came through. I saw it with my own eyes. It came through, and then we tried to track it, and then it pulled us through to its time, its place, its reality. We were in that closet, but it was different. The technology was really old.
Okay.
And then it started saying really mean things, and I got concerned for Diane. So I reversed time so that we could, what had happened didn't happen.
Maybe just
Oh.
something came along with you through the spell. So if we just like, and I think that she's already like lit the smudge stick. Like this is the thing she's good at. Like it's literally in her name. So like she's already like kind of like waving smoke around your face. Just like, all right, we'll just do this here. And
Cypher's probably like actively going with you, like anything at this point. Yeah, she's like, I mean, it's Does it feel different than the spirit that I dealt with, that the three of us dealt with in our little original game?
Yeah. It does a little bit. It feels more like the spirit before that was trying to reach out to you felt like it needed help or something. Like it was trying to show you something. I think this doesn't feel so much like a spirit as much as like it feels like something is just trying to mess with you.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how we got in trouble last time? Ezra, you're gonna hear some things. You know, we got in trouble because we tried to like free that spirit or whatever.
The one that was like frozen, and then Annie, you like touched it.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Petra fried.
Yeah. This experience has been way weirder. And here's why. Because that ghost wanted help. We were trying to help it. This voice person thing doesn't want help. It just wants to mess with me.
Maybe you're the H word. No.
Oh.
No, I can't. No.
Well, either way, we should still cleanse your aura.
Okay.
Can I just roll the spell real quick to see if it like succeeds or fails or doesn't do anything?
Yes.
Yep, that's what you're gonna do.
Okay, so it's cleanse, dismiss, dispel. I put it in the chat, and then I feel like because she's sensitive to both like feelings and also like people's auras and energies. So that would be good for this. And then she's also worried about Cypher. That's one of my things.
Yeah.
So can I add one for that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will add to the roll. Yeah, critical success.
That's critical. So
Damn, I'm so good at this.
I think Cypher's just gonna keep getting some more things. So what happens from this is that it works. You get to describe how it works, and you also get to give Cypher a new attribute, or you can change one that she has. So you can look at the ones she has and you can change one, or you can give her one, or you can decide that none of them should change.
I feel like the thing for me is because this is like a cleansing aura spell, it one of your personality attributes is dark.
Yes.
And I think it like lightens you up just a bit. You know?
So I'm not dark anymore. I'm just
dark.
normal.
Medium roast.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily that you aren't dark anymore. It's just like it's not a key. It's like you feel like a weight lift off, maybe.
Interesting.
Like, it cleanses more than just like whatever negative energy was outside of you. It cleanses some negative energy from inside of you.
Oh, interesting. What do we want to?
So would
So
I
now instead of
I can change it from dark to maybe like what would be a good way of like putting one word or one adjective on that? A weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You're not as dark anymore. Maybe like not relieved, because that would be like maybe too far in that direction. But maybe let's put, instead of dark, let's put gray. So
Right.
nice,
it's like going from black to gray.
Yeah,
So like you're still not like white yet in terms of cleanliness.
instead
but
of just
you're in the
straight
middle.
nihilism now, she's the optimistic nihilist.
And then as for the spell, I don't know exactly what's going on with like the voice, but thank you, outside. But you can kind of just feel that like even if whatever energy is still there, like you have like a little protection from it. Like it's a little more distant, because I don't know what it is and I don't want to like interfere with it, like the actual, like, because it's obviously not inside of you. It's something bigger than that, but there's like a bit of like you can feel basically like the air around your hand, like if you move it, it looks a little hazy, like the smoke lingered, even though it hasn't. Well, that should help.
Cypher,
I
probably
feel better.
the first time ever hugged you. Like I just toss my arms around you and like hug you really tight, and I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Cypher seemed though more now gray and not not dark.
I'll have to update that for the next episode. Remind me.
She definitely has a there's some anxieties that are here that you might not have seen before. I think we should go somewhere quiet and we should read this book. And I pulled the book out.
Well, this school has a library, right?
Yeah.
Reading.
I'll go to the library.
Yeah. Good for libraries.
You don't want to go to the library, Ezra?
That's fine. We can go to the library if you want to go to the library. I'll go to the library if you want to go.
You don't like the library?
It's fine. Libraries are fine. If you want to go, we can go. We can go. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ezra just like starts awkwardly walking to the library.
Uh-oh.
Are they always like this?
Mm-hmm. Just wait till you meet my trashy roommate.
Okay.
Oh, I told you.
She means that literally.
Oh, and my child.
What?
Oh, yes, I forgot to tell you that. I told you literally everything about except Cypher's child.
I like turn and start walking at those two things. My trashy roommate.
You gotta come see.
Is that something with the time travel? Did like she go back and have a kid and then come?
No. She grew it herself.
She has no context. I love it.
I'm very confused.
Just wait. Just wait till you meet him.
Okay. Does he have a name?
Can't
Now.
remember.
I didn't
Was
then.
it? Oh, it was what?
I hadn't named it the last time you were here. It has a name now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Would you have texted it to me or put it on your
probably.
gram?
I would have put it. Yeah, I would have put it on my Instagram more.
Her
Okay.
Instagram war has like a ton of photos of him, I'm sure.
Okay. Then then for sure I've seen it because the
I
only
feel like
reason,
she's like set up a plant cam.
yeah.
Oh.
The only
Yeah.
reason
Like you have a baby monitor for your
I
plant.
live stream the plant constantly.
Yeah. I
Nice.
probably comment on it all the time because the only reason I have this phone and Instagram more is to watch your plant and to like say hi and whatnot. So
Its name is Bite, but it's BYTE, little bite.
oh yeah. So it's probably I'm this overzealous, commenter on YouTube that comments every 5 minutes, like, oh, looking great, love the green leaves, pH balance looks great. You must be feeding. Good job. Proud of you.
Even though I literally grew this 24 hours ago. It's fine.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I head to the library. I'm trailing behind Ezra. Her reaction seemed odd.
Yeah. Reactions did seem odd.
It's fine. Ezra's fine. Everything's fine. Ezra wants you to be happy, and if you want to go to the quiet place called the library, then you can go to the quiet place called the library, and she'll go with you because she wants you to be happy.
Oh, you don't like quiet. I remember.
The library, just to describe it for you all, and you can you can play out the scene however you want. I'll let you guys do whatever. Is up on the second floor, and actually the floor of the library looks down upon the garden that you saw whenever you first went in through the archway, so you can actually look down at your feet and see the garden below. It's pretty cool. Along the whole rows of the whole sides of the library itself have books that go from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, and the ceiling goes for forever. It looks like miles when you look up. And if you look all the way up, you can see the sky through this opening thing that's up at the top that kind of looks like a sunroof almost, but it's like it still has like little dividers, but you can see the sun coming through in the sky up there. And there are what looks like these little creatures that have wings. They have kind of like, they have all the limbs. They're bipedal. They're blue, and their wings are kind of like this blue-green, like cerulean blue. And they sparkle with like green sparkle as they fly through. And they look like they're putting books away and taking books down. You don't see ladders or anything like that in this library. And in the center is like the staircase that kind of spirals up. And it sits on a platform. And on this platform are like these cozy chairs and little tables. And there's also tables and chairs that are down on the floor as well.
Wow, this place is huge.
I have to say this library is better than our library.
I agree.
I actually haven't been here yet.
How could you? I guess you've only been here for 2 days. I
I
was like, how could you be in a school and have never gone to the library?
Well, it's only day 2 of
on
school,
which
or day
dot
3 now, technically, for you guys, for those who are boarded here.
Yeah, that's true. 3 because we had the first day. I find just like a place to sit, like a communal space where there's like little floor pillows or like a table with some chairs or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
And of course I break the laptop open and I like motion for everybody to like come over and I like crack the book open.
Ezra like sits down next to you, and just like her whole body is kind of tense, if you notice, but she's just like,
It's really quiet in this library. All you hear is maybe the flipping pages of a book here and there. You hear maybe the tapping of someone's foot. So, you know, like some people have like a little, you know, tick that they like tap their foot. Maybe a little bit of that with their little witch boot hitting the ground.
Also, I think that like when she goes past the front desk, she like puts her head like this, like, because the library, she like hides her face from the librarian.
Yeah, the librarian is kind of this interesting, like, fae-looking creature. It's also blue. She's got, like, pointy ears and a really, like, pointed face. Her eyes are, like, kind of slits, and she has, like, green eyes, and they kind of blink. And whenever she blinks, like, from the sides, not from the top and bottom lids. And she has, like, these long hands. She actually has, like, 4 sets of arms, so she can do, like, multiple things at once. And it looks like she's just kind of standing there. She's typing with one, putting someone else's book on this cart thing that one of the little blue fairy, like blue creatures is carrying and pushing around.
Do you have a stomach ache or something?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You like a cinnamon roll?
You're not. She like looks over at a sign that says like no eating.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
You keep saying that. Oh, it's because it. Oh.
Do you want me to maybe read that, Cypher?
Oh yeah. It's just a book on the history of the school. You know, if we talk, not whispering, then we're making noise. We cover up the silence.
I just mean I might be able to read it a little bit faster.
It's fine. I'm okay. And she's like, her voice, she's struggling really hard to modulate how loud her voice is, and she's just constantly looking at the librarian. It's fine. It's a new school year.
Okay. So what are we looking for?
Well, I don't really know. I asked for the archives to see if maybe there was like, you know, a scary story associated with a missing student or something weird or something. But the headmistress, she didn't really seem so
I
down.
didn't ask her for that specifically.
I did it.
I could ask the librarian if there's anything else so that we could,
That's
double
a really good idea.
time. If
Yeah,
there's
the
any-
head. Yeah, the
Maybe,
head.
plans of the school.
Oh yeah. Can we
include
get
weird time portals on the school plans?
Oh, we could look up spells about time portals. Time portal spells. Portal spells.
Yeah. that
Okay, well, you
works.
can come with me as the librarian and we can ask her about it. all.
Nope.
Are you scared of librarians?
No, I haven't been kicked out of the library anymore.
You were kicked out of the library? What did you do?
Good for you. I'm so proud.
I'm not very good at being quiet, and
How do you
libraries
get
are all
kicked out
about.
of the library.
I'm not very good at being quiet. Okay. She's
When
like-
she shouts that, the librarian looks your guys' direction, and you know, like when cats, like they have like that weird like reflective eye thing that happens when it's
yeah.
like dark and you like look at them. That's what happens, and it's almost like these like flashlights go towards you, and
It's like, guys.
the librarian's still using her one arm, like 2 of her arms to like type something. She's using her other arm to like put something on the side, and her 4th arm, she's like, "It is quiet in the library. Shh, quiet. Do not see the signs. Quiet." And all the signs that say quiet all light up and then go quiet again. And
I'm sorry.
a bunch of people kind of look at you. You look your guys' direction.
I stand up.
Oh my gosh.
I stared at everybody. Were you looking at something?
I like very pointedly try and get away from you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be associated with this loud person.
I'm trying to like take it off of Ezra and like stand up and I put music in my headphones and I leave them off my shoulders just so that there's like just enough music coming off of them.
Are you keeping it quiet?
I'm keeping it within like so people can like hear it. You know, it's like I turn it up all the way, but I don't put it over my ears. I just hang it over.
Well, we'll see how well you roll on things. Maybe someone will complain.
Can I basically like when she like stands up and starts like sassing the librarian, I like instinctively like duck behind a bookshelf, like
In a book.
Duck
And
behind
then-
what?
I said I'm hiding behind my book.
Okay. And
then
Blue
can
you
I,
said
like-
you're ducked behind something?
behind a bookshelf, but then I want to
bookshelf.
like kind of like go a circuitous route to like I actually do want to ask the librarian about like books on weird stuff happening at the school or
Ooh, awesome. Yeah, so we'll first resolve what's happening at the table, and then we'll go.
Mhm.
We'll see you sneakily walking over to the librarian and talk to her. So you play your music quietly, but not enough that maybe perhaps someone can hear it if they're literally listening. And what's your plan, three of you? As Peony's like peeking over the book.
I would
So-
like to
yeah.
take the book though, the history book that you're not quite reading. So maybe I took that and I'm hiding behind that. You're okay with it?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I put
Okay.
it out on the table. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, then yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna read that in just a second.
Okay, so you're just gonna read it.
I'm gonna cast a spell to read it in double time, but yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, okay, awesome.
As I'm making a distraction in the library, causing a scene.
Let me see if I have something for this. Okay, I have 3 other time spells. So I think, is that okay that I have a bonus for that?
Oh
then?
yeah, I think you should
My
definitely
magic
have a
is
bonus
time.
for that.
Okay, so I don't have a spell specifically for this, but I'm going to I'd like it to be specific to like being able to just kind of like really read the book really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So not fast forwarding time that the library, you know, like every time in the library goes quickly as well.
Speed read.
Just speed
You were
reading.
just trying to speed read. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I think I have, let me see if I have any other bonuses. I think I would have one other bonus at least because I really admire Cypher and I'm trying to do this for her.
I'll allow that.
Yeah. So 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absorb the book, Willow style.
Ah,
She gets an 18, she can describe whatever she wants.
okay, let's give it a shot.
Ooh,
14.
yeah, describe it. Go for it.
Okay. So when I basically like I'm crouching down behind the book and then my eyes turn white and it's kind of like I'm just zone out for a second. And then if you guys can hear the sound of pages turning very quickly, but nothing's actually happening on the book. And then after a second, I just blink and I've read the whole book. Did I find anything that she was looking for specifically?
Ooh. So this book in particular is a book about, it starts off about the opening of the school, how it got started. There was perhaps someone named Jasper. He was involved, and it seems like he had this group of friends who kind of like wanted to start a school to be able to teach witches about these specific courses that you all have been taking. And they really cared about it. Like that was the goal for it all. They kind of show the building of the school, the rooms that were being built, and how they were trying to create an atmosphere that inspired creativity, that inspired students to want to learn versus, you know, kind of like forcing them to learn things. And it kind of shows like the history of it all, like all the different faculty members that have been part of the school, and as well as the different rooms and how they've changed, and the classes that have changed throughout the time frame of the school being here. The school has been here for probably 1,200 years at this point. So
Wow, okay.
you kind of
Holy
know
cow.
all of that. And then if you have specific questions, you can always ask me and I'll let
I
you know.
do have one specific question, and the server room. What did that room used to be before it was the server room?
It was always a server room. You didn't lie.
Oh, like even
But it
back
looks
before
different.
the internet.
So when you look at the server room before, it was maybe not necessarily a server room per se. It was a connection for the entire school. Like, you have magic, so you all have been able to do things that the internet
Okay.
has been able to do forever. Like, you can cast
Okay.
magic and send messages. But this kind of controlled the school. It was kind of more of a control room but it's they call it a control room.
Okay. Okay.
Cypher keeps calling it a server room, but it's still a control room.
Okay.
Then back then they maybe had different monitors, so it was like kind of these older like monitors that were there, and you can kind of see like the history of the technology that was utilized in those schools. And maybe way back there was a time when they actually maybe did use some cabling, but as they got better with magic, they were able to like get rid of all the cables, and it looks like solid. But a long time ago, if you're looking specifically at just what was there before,
Yeah.
the room may have maybe been kind of smaller and then expanded later. So now it's much larger because they have like these server stacks that are in the back. Whereas before, that space was maybe not there. It was kind of like empty, not used.
Okay. And then one other question. Was there anything about time or any accidents related to time or anything that happened like that?
Not in this book.
Okay.
Nothing about time in this book.
No accidents either.
No accidents in this book.
I feel like it's a general, this is how the school was started and this is what we did, and isn't that cool kind of a book.
That's the type of book it is.
Great. Coffee table book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like the kind of book that, you know, they would leave there to like show the prestige of the school, and like how it was started from humble beginnings and grew to be this gorgeous thing that it is today, and how you know, magic has changed over the years because of their effect on the world, and how the witches that have gone to school there have come to be like either greater witches or teachers themselves, and so on and so forth. It's very flattering for the school, put it that way.
That was interesting, Cypher, but I don't think there's any information that you were looking for in it, unfortunately.
Everyone publishes all their dark secrets in a welcome to the school book.
Yeah. I take it. Thank you.
Wikipedia. That's...
And I walk over to this librarian who shushed us, and I slam.
You
book
are
on-
actually not going to get to do that first.
Oh.
But we will pan to you doing that later.
Oh, okay.
Sage actually was going to be doing something. So I wanted to first wrap up what you guys were doing at the table. So Sage, you kind of sneak around and you make your way to the table. It's kind of like this pretty tall table, so depending on how short you are, you might have to like peek over it, or...
I mean, she's petite. That's one of her character traits.
Yeah.
So like maybe it like is right at like her chin or something.
Yeah.
Hello?
What is it that you want?
I was looking for a book about time distortions.
All right. What are you taking that you need this for?
The creature's typing with one hand. The other hand is like moving something and sliding it across. Like it looks like it's taking some tags off something, and the other arm is just like lifting a stamp and stamping stuff.
Time theory?
She types. And then it's like her eyes blink, and one of the little fairy looking creatures that have like the little wings come flying down, it takes like a little tab that she has, and it flies off. And she just kind of stares at you for a while, blinking every once in a while. Her eyes blink sideways. You can ask her questions if you want, or if you just stand there awkwardly, you both stand there awkwardly staring at each other.
Have you been here long?
Yes. I've been here very long. Why do you ask?
Because I just got here. I'm new.
A new student. Well, then you should maybe not hang out with that one.
She kind of points at Ezra.
I definitely
She's always
wasn't.
so loud, and it is very important we keep it hidden. We want
Ezra
students
also-
to be able to, study and make sure they get the things that they need.
I think Ezra also has some overdue books from last year that she just lost.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. Let's keep it. Have you ever experienced time distortion? The class is so interesting.
I don't care for those things. I like organization, structure, those type of things.
Me too. And she's like trying to like stay quiet now that she's like pointed out the like that you have to stay quiet in the library. She's definitely like, yep, I'm quiet. I'm a quiet person. Yep, that's me.
And the creature comes back. It's like holding a book, and it hands it. She kind of like takes it. She opens it. The arm that had the stamps, and then she hands it over, and she's like,
Make sure you bring it back by the date.
Yep. Thanks.
she just kind of stares at you. She's still typing with one hand, stamping with the other, sliding something with the other arm.
I think that Sage is like holding the book to her chest, and she's just like walks backwards.
Okay. She watches you.
Oh, God.
That's pretty creepy.
So I bring I go like the roundabout route, like around one of the
And I
bookshelves.
think, Cypher, you're going up to the table as
I
she
was
makes it back.
I was gonna go up and like put the book down, probably a smidge too loud. I'm like, this doesn't tell me anything.
I got.
Are you saying that to the
To the librarian.
Yeah, to the librarian. So we're back over to the librarian. We'll cover what Sage and the other two say once we get back to that. You slam the book down and you say that, and I think we're gonna go to our break with that. This book doesn't tell me anything, and we'll go to our break with that, and we'll find out what the librarian has to say regarding that book and what it has to tell.
It's already time for a break.
Yeah, it's already time for break. It's over break time. So we'll be back after a quick 10-minute break. We'll see you all. Make sure you stand up, stretch, get a drink, whatever you need to do to make yourself not sit here forever. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to give it a follow, support it if you like. And we'll see you when we get back. everyone. Welcome to the second episode 5 for Jasper Jinx Academy. We have our two lovely guests, Sage and Peony. And what we just had occur was Sage went over to the library and got a book about time distortion and has brought it back to the table where Ezra and Peony are, but Cypher not. Cypher, on the other hand, is where Sage was earlier, and so we're going to start with that. Cypher has slammed her book down. And what was the line that Cypher stated?
This didn't tell me what I need to know. This has no information in it. I can't remember what I said. Something of the sort.
And the librarian looks at you, puts one of her arms up to her, like with her hand up to her face, and is like,
Shh. It's supposed to be quiet in here.
and she, all the lights go off again that are like, silence in the library.
How is
She
any
grabs
supposed
the book, she sifts through it with her two hands, and her other two arms are still doing stuff. And she kind of looks through and she's like,
What did it not do? What did it not say?
need like I turn around and look at the three of them. I just need we're looking for a
I like point at the book in my hands. I'm just like,
Ezra's been like chewing on pencils and just like in a desperate attempt to stop herself from making noise. Just
I like this pan over of just like one person pointing at the book, another person biting their nails, and I don't, what's Peony's
Cypher's like,
holding
"What?"
time?
no, I'm
I'm
pointing at the book. Like, I got it. It's fine.
Just keep that.
Okay. Where did you get? It doesn't look like a.
It is. I found it unmarked in a back corner. You really should probably work on that.
She gives you kind of like a darting eye and like looks through it, and she's like,
No, this is not mine.
she slides it back at you. And she pulls out with her other arm, she already has another book in her hand, she slaps it down on the table, and she kind of shows you like the marking that shows that it is a book.
Great. Cypher takes it back and she says, "You don't happen to keep student records here, do you?"
Why?
Just I'm doing a research project on the student body of Jasper Jinx Academy. I need some data on the enrollment rate, in fact. So I need to know who enrolled in what years.
She's typing with one arm, and then she stops. She kind of like looks up with her eyes, and then you can see this entire row just light up with this light color. But only you can see this light color. It's like this long row that shows you all of the yearbooks.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. You keep doing what you're doing. Cypher's really awkward. She's like, and I come back over
She just
and
stares at you with her weird eyes, her little lizard-looking eyes, and she keeps typing with her two hands, and like goes back to stamping and goes back to swiping something.
I walk back over to everybody. I'm like, I don't. It's a student. I know it. Whoever's messing with me, it's a student.
Okay, so do we need to look through?
So, do you think it's a separate person that's talking to you versus the?
No, it's all the same. They pulled us through. What do you have? And I like look at this book you were like pointing at,
Oh, it's about time distortions.
Oh, can I read it?
Sure.
Oh, I
Give it to
absolutely
you.
take the book and I'm going to try to speed read this sucker.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited. So I think I will just do one bonus because time magic is my jam. Could I do a bonus because I now know the spell since I did it once successfully before?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, okay. All right. Then one it is. I have forgotten.
Yeah, so you have check marks. Underneath, you can see
that's
on the
right.
thing, you can check your successes.
That's how you
and
level it
failures.
up. Okay.
Yeah, the character sheet is kind of handy because it checks all that. Ooh,
Perfect.
okay. So yeah, I think you definitely read it very quickly. And you get what it's about. But your head hurts really badly. And you think that you might slowly start forgetting
The book.
parts of the book. Yeah.
Okay.
Over
Or
time.
like
Oh, like you
general.
didn't read it very thoroughly or something?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Over time, it's like the spell kind of may fade, and you might not remember everything that you read.
Okay. But now I do.
But right
like
now
in
you do
this
for
moment,
a
I do.
moment,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Did I catch anything interesting about that I might apply to this tear?
Whew. So what you learn about in this book is that you learn a lot about like what happens when you do time travel or time spells in general. Like it can be maybe it even kind of like tracks some of this time stuff that you have done and like how it can make alternate realities and in like one reality the one thing happened and the other it didn't because you changed it, and how that can affect those timelines. And it doesn't really tell you necessarily anything about the situation that you're in. I think you need to maybe know more about like what happened and what this is, and maybe what this is maybe isn't even related to time per se.
Oh. Well, that was very interesting.
Mm.
It doesn't sound like it.
Is it in there? Like whatever happened?
I think I'm scared of my magic now.
What?
Yeah.
No, your magic is.
It was talking about like how, when you change time and you go back and you make it so that a thing didn't happen, you're actually maybe creating another reality where it did happen and it didn't happen, and maybe I'm not actually rewinding time. Maybe I'm just creating multiple realities.
Wait. Another reality?
Yeah, that's what it said.
That's really confusing.
It's very confusing and very scary. Does that mean there are multiple me's and multiple you's and that I'm doing that?
Possibly.
I mean, if you were, then everyone else who's ever done time magic also did that. So, like,
That
obviously,
makes us monsters.
the brain or your creators.
Or maybe fix time.
You created a whole universe. Isn't that like?
I don't know. It seems a little bit like dark magic to me. I don't think I liked that book. I'd like to forget it now.
Luckily for you,
I hand Sage back
you might
the
be
book.
forgetting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And just narratively, I'll just say I just forget it now. I don't remember it all.
Okay. Ezra, you didn't hear them talking to us? Like when you saw us disappear, you didn't hear or see anything?
I never saw you disappear. I came into the room and you were in there, but you also weren't in there because I ran into you. So maybe someone is messing with reality and you never really were there, or maybe they just are good with like playing tricks on your mind and making you see things that aren't actually there.
Yeah, maybe you're the H word.
Can we
What?
do
Okay.
No,
Happy? Helvetica?
hexed.
Shh.
Why don't you like saying the word hexed?
You can just say hexed.
I can't. It's dark magic and I hate it, and you know that.
Okay. All right. So
But
let's.
fear of the word it creates more fear of the thing itself. Peony.
Yeah, well, maybe they hear you, and then they do
The
that
hex?
thing. No, I mean the people who do that. Maybe they.
The hexers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at character.
Wait, is there a way to figure out what type of magic has been cast?
So you said that the book, well, she's forgot it obviously, but the book,
She hasn't
didn't
forgot
have-
it. She will forget it over time, so she can decide like how much.
but it
time
didn't
that
have
is.
anything in it that would be like this specifically is causing this thing.
No, what she gathered from that is like perhaps what Cypher is encountering is not necessarily time related.
Right.
Okay,
At least from
so
the
if,
details that Cypher and Ezra have provided so far.
so if it's not time related and
Well, I guess we don't know. Why don't we figure out what magic has been cast?
I think that's a good idea, but how do we do that?
Well, if we go to where the casting took place, then we can like.
I mean, we go to the one up in the sky. I know a great Pegasus that can get us up there.
I don't like that idea. What about the one in the server room or whatever?
I don't think we're allowed to go there anymore, but there was one in the hallway, you said.
Yeah, by the classroom.
yeah, wait. It keeps picking on me, right?
Well, yeah.
Why don't we set a trap?
Yes. And I like, for the first time ever, Cypher's like, high five.
Ezra high fives you, and it is so loud.
so
in this
hard. Is it
library.
hard? Is it one of those hard high fives? Like I know people who just
I
like
think
they always
she,
have to
like,
hit you
kinda-
really hard.
She like jumps into it a little bit.
Like, yeah, she's like, hilarious.
Yeah. I'm like, that's my typing hand.
Aren't they both your typing hands?
But this is my favorite one.
Oh, I guess this is my favorite catching hand.
Yeah, there you go. And Cypher goes, so yeah, we should totally set a trap and see if we can replicate.
Can't we
Because
just go to where it already happened and probably won't happen again? Lightning doesn't strike.
we can't go
It
to the
happened twice in the server room.
Oh.
we can't go there because I told the headmistress that we wouldn't.
Okay, well, you can't go there.
She took my key. Pick locks.
Me?
Well, or you know where there's other keys, or you guys could pick a lock. You have magic.
That's
Magic could do
true.
anything.
I'm surprised that they don't have like magic resistant locks. Maybe no.
Who
Or
says they
especially
don't?
as we are. I mean, I could. We could get another key. There has to be like a pattern. They keep appearing at very
Okay.
certain times.
Okay, well, what times did it appear?
Okay, so the first time was in the morning. We were outside skipping class in the sky. And then
Wait, you were skipping class?
Not on purpose.
the second one was when Cypher like takes it and is like, don't answer that, don't answer that, don't answer that. The second one was actually in the hallway. If you don't count the weird thing that happened when I attempted to run the image of it the first time where it disappeared. As if it doesn't exist. As if it's an illusion.
A what?
It could be illusion magic, which would be way better than the H word. I would feel a lot more comfortable.
Well, there's no point sitting here trying to figure it out. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Maybe we can recreate the event.
Yes. So to the control room, because it's
Why don't we start with the hallway? Because we won't get in trouble for that.
okay.
We
Okay.
don't have to ride on a Pegasus, and I guess I'm the only one who wants to do that.
I mean, Pegasus does sound pretty cool.
You wanna?
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
But
Let's
mean,
start with the hallway.
Yeah.
I guess I'll lead him to the spot where I saw it when all that stuff was going down with Diana, and nobody believed me. And I was like,
I believed you. I rewound time so I could see it.
"You did? Oh, that's right, you did."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget
so,
you weren't here last game when Cypher had a complete breakdown attempting to explain to everyone what she's seen.
yeah, it got a little crazy. They basically did a whole bunch of spells on Diane, and it was a wreck. But in the end, Diane was okay.
True story.
But it opened up with the next episode of Ezra casting a spell for Diane too. I'm like, oh, how perfect. So on the wall, where this was, currently is like this green, kind of like teal looking wall. It has like some posters on it. It looks like Heath for president, and then like there's like a mustache drawn on it, and like there's a Diane for president, and it's like this really flattering photo of Diane, maybe even photoshopped a little bit or magic shopped. Yeah, you just kind of see down the hallway. There's actually a lot of these posters everywhere.
So I have an idea for a spell that Ezra's gonna try.
Ooh, okay.
She's not necessarily the best at doing this, but she was like, this is my idea. I'm captain right now, so I have to try. So I want to call it instant replay.
Nice.
And she wants to like look at the spot on the wall and see like what happened, right? But not just like what they saw, but trying to basically, she's want to do the referee thing. She wants to figure out like, did someone foul in this situation?
And, analyze it, yeah.
So she gets like Sherlock brain for a moment as best as she possibly can.
Yeah, paste that in chat and then let's get the roll going.
Let's make the spell instant replay. It's level 0. See what really happened during an event. You know, all the best WSB referees know this spell. So there you go. Instant replay. We gotta go to the instant replay. Here's the thing though, she's oblivious.
Yeah, she is.
But she is sporty. Or like she's good at playing sports. So I feel like
and analyzing it.
She can kind of like see things that have happened. So I think that might net out.
Yeah, it nets out. I'll agree with that. And let's see.
Yeah, so I think that's.
Do you have anything that's related to Cypher?
She does admire Cypher.
Yeah, you can get a +1 for that too.
Okay. All right, let's roll this. Let's roll this instant replay.
WSB replays.
WSB replays. 7. That's not a success.
Yeah, so you look at this wall and when you're trying to cast this spell, what does it look like when you're trying to cast it?
I think it's she does what like all the referees do, and I like to imagine like they because they don't like have a TV screen, right? So they use like piece of glass or like they have like a special like enchanted like screen that they like hold up like over the field, and mirror. it replays it for them. And so she's like scrambling around because she doesn't have anything like that, but this is what she's seen all of the referees use. And so she like pulls out I feel like something reflective that she has. It's like her sunglasses. So she's like holding them up because they're kind of reflective and looking at them and being like, yeah.
Yeah, she's doing this. She thinks she looks really cool.
And then she like starts drawing like circles and arrows in the air, like X's.
For a moment, you see kind of like this magic tingling off of her fingertips, but then it sizzles. And Ezra, you are looking forward, and you don't see an instant replay. The spell doesn't work how you want it to. You see something different than what you saw before. This wall was once like this blue teal wall with the posters on it, but what you see is stone wall with cobwebs on it. And there's a poster, it looks old. There's a person, like some face that's on there. You aren't sure if you've seen that face before. It's like a young kid. And you can't quite make out the reading of it because it looks so old, like it's been a really long time. No one else sees that, and then it goes away.
I saw a face. I saw a person.
Oh.
They were on a poster.
Okay.
An old poster? There were cobwebs everywhere.
Oh,
The wall was stone.
Wait.
The wall always been blue?
Look, there were cobwebs in mine when we went to the.
That's right.
all over.
Can I ask, in my absurd book of randomly boring knowledge about the school, have the walls always been blue? Do I know the answer to that? When did they paint
You
the walls
do.
blue?
They changed the walls blue in like the 2000s because there was like this study that like these teal walls would keep you calm, or like in the 90s maybe, or like a little earlier than that. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, they changed the painting of the walls to blue because it's relaxing, and they did that in 1999 or 2000, I think.
Oh,
I can't remember that part.
that would have matched the weird
Technology.
you saw.
Okay, so then we are dealing with time travel. I didn't answer the question what type of magic was used here.
I don't think it's time magic.
Well, you're an expert at time magic, right? You've talked about it. You must be an expert. If you know something about it, why don't you look at it and see if it's actually time magic?
Okay.
You can totally do this. You are the most knowledgeable person that I have ever met related to time travel and time magic.
Ezra, are you trying to cast a spell?
You've said at
right
least
now?
3 things about this. I am trying to use my
I was
encouragement
like,
spell.
I know what's happening here.
My spell's literally called "You Can Do It." I give someone an inspiring speech, and then they can get a +1 to their next action. And so she just like tells you how amazing you are about time travel. Like you clearly know everything because you said like 3 things about it in front of her, and she knows no things about it.
So now roll the spell. Let's
Okay.
see how successful you are.
I hate to do this to you, but I think maybe there might be a minus to this because I'm actually really jealous of you and Cypher right now.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys were dancing together, and then you high-fived, and I'm just like, I don't know how effective your encouragement will be.
We'll find out.
I'm sorry.
I am enthusiastic and helpful, so I feel like that applies.
Yeah.
But I'm okay if you're jealousy. I'm okay with taking -1 to that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I like all of that.
All right. So, no, that's okay. +1. It is a level 1 spell. I am not on a roll today with a 7.
Yeah, maybe it's not as encouraging for you, Peony, because you're like, she's saying a lot of nice things about me, but it's an ulterior motive. She doesn't know me.
Yeah, I am very knowledgeable on time. I can definitely help in this situation, and I'm just gonna blindly try to cast something.
Okay, what are you gonna cast?
What came before? And this is a spell I already have 1 successful cast in, and I can see fragments of what has come before. Oh boy. Do 1 bonus for time magic. I think I should take a negative because I'm like very emotional right now, and I'm trying to do it. But I am still trying to impress Cypher, so maybe 1+, and then the plus and the negative cancel each
And
other
I think
out.
pride actually goes into this situation because of what you just said to her, and I think proud fits this as well.
So then 2 + 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't. Dang, the sisters and their crits today.
Killing it. I'm so glad you guys are here.
I feel like, you are gonna get to describe how this happens.
Oh my gosh,
and
okay.
You also get to, I think the goal here is you're trying to help Cypher is how you're envisioning this, right? So, and I think that your benefit or your change to someone's stat does not have to be Cypher. I would allow Ezra as well, just because of the interaction that just happened here. If you want, you could change one of Ezra's characteristics or give her a new one as well.
Let
or
me
Cypher,
look.
you can choose.
I'm just looking at your sheet here really quickly.
Yeah, you can look at both of them. So when a witch critically hits, they get to have an effect on another witch's attributes. They can either give them an extra 1, which there's a little plus button, or they can take one and change it and alter them. Usually because when a critical success happens, it's like something major is happening in the story that changes the dynamic.
Ooh, I think I would like to give you insightful, Ezra, because I feel like what you did and trying to help me was very, very insightful to my condition and what I'm going through. And then maybe now you might be able to use that to see that I reacted because of something else. But yeah,
I think that I think it fits because like I think Ezra like notices, like understands people, but like just doesn't pay a lot of attention to things.
Yeah, like I didn't want to overwrite the oblivious,
but she acted really strangely to that, and now you kind of understand. You're like, why did she act so weird?
Okay, so and for what happens, feel free to stop me because I don't really know what's going on in the narrative.
No, go for it.
But I think what happens is I get really heated, and then I'm really trying to impress Cypher here, and I just I put my hand up against the wall, and my eyes go white again, and then we kind of hear the wind coming through, and I say, "Now show me what's come before," and then the tear will come out and come up and through, and then it'll just slowly peel back and away and reveal what Cypher has been trying to see or what she has seen before, since I'm specifically trying to do it for her.
I think that everyone can see this with a critical. You see the tear. It's like this pinkish purple lightning tear pulls through. That tear looks like, the bubble that's supposed to protect this school from bad things, but maybe it wasn't. As this tear opens, it stays and holds open for the time while Peony has her hands on it. And now you all see this stone cobwebbed wall with this poster on it. And now that you have a lot more time to kind of look at it, and there's a lot more eyes looking at it, you can see that it's this young witch. The poster itself is black and white. It's kind of, it looks like it's faded, so it's really hard to tell. But you can see that he has kind of a long face, kind of almond eyes, a small mouth, but it's kind of smiling. He looks happy. He's wearing a hat. And as Peony kind of keeps her hand there, that's what you saw, Ezra. So when you see this again, you're like, that's it.
Okay, I can see somebody's face.
Mm-hmm.
Is what? Okay,
on a poster, yeah.
On a poster.
Okay, I'm gonna do a new spell. I'm gonna do a new spell called Screenshot, which allows me to it's like a perfect memory of a thing. I'm gonna just blink my eyes and save it forever in my brain hole, so I can go run it against all the yearbooks upstairs. Okay. Yes. Screenshot. All right. I don't know if this counts for anything. If I have anything to go with this. No, this one's probably just gonna be a flat out roll. Okay, I'm gonna keep your fingers crossed.
Tell us what you do.
Yeah, when this happens, everybody's pointing. Ezra's pointing, Cypher's getting excited. I'm pointing, and I'm like, I have to remember his face. And Cypher goes, just like the Oculus of and somewhere you hear, just like that noise that the computer makes when you take a screenshot, and the image kind of floats off the wall and seeps into her kind of face area and into her brain permanently. It's like a permanently embedded image.
Yeah, you've got this permanent image in your face. But as you're holding against this peony, you hear this. They don't at first. You hear this kind of creepy laughter, and then on the poster, you all see a little mustache drawn. and then horns drawn, and then a unibrow drawn.
Can I?
Kind of funny.
That was a critical success. Can I go there to that time?
Oh,
Ooh, with your time magic spell?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like, I just want to.
Do you have which spell
When
are
I
you trying to
hear
use,
that-
like connect? Like
I think I have
I know
a.
you had something like that.
I did have something like that. I just don't remember what it was.
You make a new one.
Yeah, I will go ahead and. Yeah, I'll do time traveler.
this went
Okay.
really poorly last time, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did.
You
It's
got
all
this.
right.
You got
All
this.
right. Okay, so I will.
Did you
I
go
will
poorly? I mean,
do-
you found your teacher dead. It was fine.
Yeah, it was okay. I will do that. I am proud.
don't think he
I
was
will
dead.
do
I
that
think he was
because
just
I am actually very impressed that I was able to do that spell just now. Still, Cypher is the person I admire, and I am still trying to find this information for her. But yeah, I'll just do +2 there for that. Oh, and a plus because my magic is time. Is that okay? So 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yes. Describe to us
Holy
how
moly.
this happens.
Oh
you.
man. Okay, so my eyes are still white, I think, and when I hear the laughter and I see the mustache get drawn, I think all of the sound slowly fades of you guys and the clicking and everything, and I'm just starting to hear maybe the ambient sounds of this old dilapidated version of this building with the cobwebs and things like that, and then there's this rushing wind sound that gets really, really loud, and you guys just see Peony get like really kind of small and get sucked into the wall. And then she's
Can
gone.
I like notice that she's trying to do this and like try and like I don't know tag along?
The only way to do that would be as if you all did a spell circle, which you would have had to agree upon before casting.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, you see her disappear in the wall. And first we'll talk about what you three see. I know what's going to happen to her, so how are you all going to react?
I feel like Sage is like she sees it happening, but it's too late to do anything about it. She's like, "No, you're not supposed to go alone. Remember what happened?" And then she's like gone, and she's kind of like looking a little frantic and like, I don't know what to do.
We need to go back. We need to go after her.
But she's the one that's good at time magic.
Well, the three of us together have to be good at something. Probably also maybe time magic. We can do this. Let's do this.
What
She just think
we could,
It's like teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I could rewind time, and then we could say, "Hey, can we go with you?" And then she could recast it.
yeah, do that.
Okay, hold on.
Hurry
We're gonna
quick.
go back to what Peony is saying before you cast that. Peony, you get sucked in through the wall, and now you're up against the wall and you're looking around school.
Hello?
It's the same time as now. You see the school just how it was before.
What?
The poster on the wall looks just like the 2 posters that you saw before.
Do I see them? Sorry. Do I see them?
I think because of the way that this spell is working, actually you would see them.
Holy cow. Okay, I would like to cast one thing before they rip me back through time.
Yeah, sure.
I want to cast When Am I? Okay. Where is that one? Okay.
I love this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will do time magic, and I think and proud. Probably only those 2 because this isn't really specifically for Cypher at this moment.
Yeah. 14.
14.
You are in the same year that you always have been.
Hey, so it isn't related to time. Hello? Is there anybody here? I heard you laughing.
Think you can find me?
Who are you?
Don't you know?
No, I don't. And why are you picking on Cypher?
You're standing on me.
Oh God. I look down.
You see the floor of the school.
Oh, I pick my feet up. Oh, sorry. Why are you picking on Cypher?
Always pick on you. They don't like it when you do bad.
Cypher doesn't pick on anyone.
And I think we're gonna pass back to 3 of them. Are you gonna do a spell circle together? Is that what you're all trying to do?
I think she was just gonna do the like rewind 15 seconds thing that she learned.
Be kind, rewind.
It was called save point. So I go back to a moment, a save point. So, okay, here's the real question. If we say, okay, yeah, I can save point and try to save to the point where this happened. I took the blinking moment, and then we could try to stop her. Is basically what'll have to happen. Okay, all right.
No pressure.
No pressure. Don't screw this up. God. Okay. All right. Save point. Yes. I don't have anything. Last time I did it with my laptop. This time I'm doing it without my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not in the server room. I'm so out of her element right now. Okay. All right. I just have to cast it. Nope. Nope.
Blue Jay, explain to us what happens as she's trying to cast this.
Oh,
Since
God.
it's related to your sister, I feel like you get the pleasure.
Okay, so the thing is that the save point doesn't work.
Yeah, it basically, the spell as written basically says you go back to a important moment in time.
You can paste that in
Okay.
chat.
So I feel like instead of like us going back to the moment where she left, like we find ourselves thrust forward a little bit and like out of sync with her.
Ooh.
So, like, even if she tries to come back, like we're in a different like time than she is.
Okay. Yeah. The save point actually takes you forward.
Uh-oh.
I like that. Takes you forward a bit. We're gonna pan back to Yinny. Come back to you. See how much forward it brings you. Yinny. You are like, oh, I'm sorry. Stepping on the ground.
I'm sorry. I mean, stop picking on Cypher. What do you want?
Came to me.
What do you mean she came to you?
She picked on me first.
Cypher's not a bully.
Giggles at
Show yourself.
Look around. Look up, look down, look sideways.
I don't see anything.
You see something.
I just see the school. Are you the school?
What do you think? You're so
No.
smart.
I mean, I'm not really. No, I don't think you're the school. The school have a personality?
What do you think? Do you think
you're,
a school would have a personality?
I think maybe you use dark magic and you're someone in the school that doesn't like Cypher, and maybe you put an H word on her or something.
Oh my goodness. You think that? That's silly.
Well, I am going to find out who you are, and I'm going to stop you.
Try if you may, try if you might. But I'm going to have my fun with you.
Thank God you didn't rhyme. I hate rhymes. Wait, what? And I'd say that moment because the rhyming, I think I will lose concentration and I'll probably sit back at that point if you're okay with that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was rhyming on purpose because I know you don't like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you come back too, but you look around the hallway and no one else is there.
Hello?
And the three
Guys?
of you are, you're actually out in the yard.
What
When-
happened?
It's
Where's
now
the
like
train?
almost nighttime. You hear the chiming of like the dinner bell.
Oh no. We have to go back to the hallway. She's got to be there, right?
There's
Oh,
a plant
it's
wiggling
glass.
next to you, Cypher, and you can't hear what it's saying, but it's like, Mom, yeah.
Oh wait, I could text
You
her. I
bringing
could-
me some more of that stuff? I like that stuff.
Okay, Cypher breaks out her cell and she click-clacks away and sends a text message to Peony that's like, hey, we're by the baby plant, come meet us.
You get a text back that says, "Where have you been?"
Yeah, so Peony was looking around for you guys for like 4 hours probably.
Yeah.
Wait. I think we might have gone forward by like a lot. We missed lunch.
It's dinner time now, right?
Grumble, 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 grumble.
Yeah. I think I text back like, "I'm in the cafeteria. You know, come find me when you're ready." It's a very annoyed text.
Upset.
On purpose.
She
We
probably thinks
didn't.
you guys left her. Yeah.
I simply text back on our way. Timey-wimey weird stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And I guess we head that to the cafeteria.
Okay.
Cypher hates the cafeteria. She
The plant kind of like tries to turn as much as it can, but it only has like so far that it can go. It's like,
Mom, where are you
Aw,
going, Mom?
Beat it.
he looks around at the other plant that's next to him. He's like,
I don't know where my mom's going.
I can't understand it. I give it, I pet it, and I try to be as nurturing, I think, as
oh yeah,
Cypher's.
you can't talk to plants, so you have no idea what that plant is.
I have no
saying.
idea what it's saying. I'll write
Yeah.
a code one day for that, but I have to deal with the school's problems first. And I just kind of like pet it, and I make sure to introduce Sage, of course. I'm like, this is my child.
It like will rub against you if you let it.
It likes me.
If you let it, Sage, it will like let you pet it. And when you go to pet it, it like rubs its bulb.
I thought wait, it moves? I thought your child was a
Mom, you brought a friend.
child.
I like her hat. It's cool. She's
Can
green
I-
like me.
Can I hear it? Because I like
No.
do herbal garden
You'd
magic.
have to have like speak with plants.
Right.
Jasper's gonna stop and talk to the plant.
I think it's more important that we go find Peony.
Yeah, I introduce, and I'm like, I'll be back with food. Be back with food.
Okay. I'll tell it. And she's gonna try and tell the plant that it'll all be okay.
Are you gonna do speak with plants?
Yep. Her herbolinguistics.
Linguistics.
I don't know if she's got anything that applies to this. Maybe insightful or
Let's see.
maybe helpful.
Helpful for sure, because you're trying to help
Okay.
them so that you guys can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for a little +1. Come on. Wow, Ezra's doing poorly
What do you
today.
say? What do
She
you
has
say to
an
the
8.
plant?
She's like, oh God, what would she say to the plant that's really terrible? She's trying to tell the plant, it'll be fine. No worries, we'll be back. And I just think it hears like no back, like just like that we're never coming back.
Oh no.
And that we're abandoning the plant.
Mom, but how will I survive? How will I eat, Mom? Mom? What if she never comes back for me?
And the plant opens up and like a green poof of disgusting smell comes out of it. But you all like have walked away by then.
Oh, okay.
This is like it panicking. Like we see you all through the screen of like the door of the school, and there's just a poof of green cloud. When it's stressed out, it farts. But it's really gross. It makes everyone throw up. There's some vacuum cleaners that are like these little bat creatures that like make like a tornado suction, suck all the stuff out. They're cleaning in the area. It's forward. You all are in the cafeteria, and you see Peony. Peony, I don't know if I've explained the school or the school cafeteria to you yet. When you walk into the school cafeteria, it's like these two long tables that go for forever, it seems. There's these little like pillows on the ground, and when you sit on it, it floats you up to the top of next to these tables. There are these huge chandeliers that are coming down that are kind of just like floating from like a really high ceiling, and they're just like lighting, and they're beautiful. There's these trays, and they're all kind of floating and like moving around, and they'll open their own lids, and you can grab something from them, and then they'll close and they'll go on, and they just kind of like move around as that they do.
So I'm sitting there picking at my food. I'm not really eating anything, and my eyes are all red and puffy, and yeah, I'm
so sorry.
Oh my gosh, where were you?
We tried to go back to keep you from going back in time, but I think we went forward instead. It was literally just like a minute ago.
I didn't have my laptop, so it was just kind of like try to do it. It doesn't really work. The plan.
I thought something had happened to you.
Well, we were afraid something happened to you. You just walked off into.
I looked for you for 4 hours.
You disappeared. We didn't know what had happened.
I think that it's this thing like you know when you're a kid and like one of your siblings starts crying and then you start crying and then we both like start feeding on each other crying. So I just like
Ezra like grabs
And
like
they're magical witch twin babies. So
I'm so sorry. I thought
It's okay.
it's not that bad. It's okay. We weren't gone for that long.
You were gone for 4 hours.
But 4 hours is like 2 movies that you could have watched, or like one
movie. I
really good book that you could have read. Here, drink this. And she hands you these mugs. She's gonna try and do 2 spells at once. Because she has one which is it's not that bad,
nice.
Which is makes you feel like something isn't as bad as it actually it like isn't as bad as it is. And then she also has comfort brew, which like makes a warm and soothing beverage. So she's gonna like really quickly try and do these things while talking to you. So I feel like she's giving herself a penalty because she's trying to do 2 spells at once.
well, you do the first one, so let's do the it's not so bad.
It's not as bad as you think it is.
I would argue that you get a +1 for that because you're being insightful.
I mean, you are just not a lot to insight. You're just crying.
Insightful and helpful. I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll do those 2. She doesn't really know either of you super well, so I don't think she gets like.
Yeah, she doesn't really get a bonus.
Stop crying.
Unless they have something that would give you a bonus. But
do you want me to roll this one for each of them separately, or
no, just roll one. We'll see how. Like you're gonna make 2 little brews, but we'll see how it.
No.
Yeah.
Ezra can't roll for shit today.
Okay, let's see how comforting your brew is.
So many failures today. So many failures. Yeah, and then she's trying to comfort you, but it's probably not going to go super well. So let me yep, okay. So, yep, I feel like the same bonuses too.
Yeah, I think that those can work, yeah.
Okay. Hey!
There you go. And for somebody asking
Successful.
like mark potential or like how that stuff works. So how it works in this system is you can excel your spells by doing 2 things. practice makes perfect, which is the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Or in failure we learn. So practice makes perfect is 3 times of success, full cast, you get to level up, and then you'll wipe your successes and your fails, and then you get to get the next rank. In failure we learn is you have 5 failures, and then you learn the next level of the spell. So you get a +2 bonus if you were like a level 1 in order to get the next level of the spell. So I think your first attempt of saying like it's not so bad, you're gonna be fine, just makes it worse, and they both just start crying louder, so much that I think it incurs like a teacher coming by. But you are able to get the comfort brew, and it is, if they drink it, you're good.
That's up to you.
If you drink it, you do feel comforted.
Yes, I feel like if I see that Peony is willing to drink it, I'll definitely also be like, okay.
A cinnamon roll.
I love
I think it also tastes like whatever you would find the most comforting.
It
Which
tastes
is
like a
cinnamon
cinnamon roll.
rolls.
It tastes like cinnamon rolls for both of you. She's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, why is there not a tea that tastes like cinnamon rolls? I guess it's almost like a chai tea.
There is a tea that tastes
I feel like that's just like cinnamon with a lot of sugar and milk in it.
I'm in,
Yeah.
like, take me there. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
I
and
was-
so I
was
think
scared.
what happens is one of the teachers comes by, and this is Professor Oleander. He is this very large, tall gentleman who has a lot of like strut in his movement, but he looks super angry. He has like wrinkly face, and he just looks mad. He comes over and he's like, "What's happening here? Why are you two crying?"
Hormones.
Oh,
Lady hormones.
okay. Well, I hear this will help. He kind of like motions over to one of the trays. That one of the trays comes by. It opens a lid, and it's like cranberry juice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We, Professor Olean, we appreciate your concern, don't we, Ezra?
Yeah.
Okay, we're already feeling less crampy.
So much better already. Thank you.
I do hear that sometimes groups cycle. Okay, I'm just going to exit myself.
Yes, thank you.
Goes.
Thank you.
Okay, and Cypher finally like takes a deep breath. As all this has gone down, all the crying, she doesn't handle people well, but and like emotions and things, but
He's
comes
the anatomy
over.
teacher, so that's why he would. He's
Yeah.
just like, okay.
I come over and I kind of put both my arms around Peony and Sage, and I say, do you really think that we would leave you?
I didn't think you left. I thought something happened to you. I meant
Oh,
We
meant the
thought
thing.
something happened to you.
but look, hey, nothing happened, right?
Well, I mean, I met the thing, and
Wait, you met it?
I did, and they said that they were going to have fun with us tonight, and I thought that it had got you.
Okay, tonight it is now night.
Yeah. Oh,
So Ezra, about that trap.
Maybe we should
We're gonna
just
set it
tell
up.
everyone. We should
wait.
probably tell.
We already did that, and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
So we have
also-
to fix it.
also, they said that they said that you're a bully.
Oh, I'm not.
Mm,
Mm.
What? Who have I ever bullied other than Taylor
That's-
Swift?
That's what I said. I said that you're not a bully, but
Oh, thanks, Phoebe.
I mean, you have done some mean things.
Dude.
to who?
Like you drew on my stuff
I did, but I tried to fix that. I also drew on the
But only because I made you feel bad.
Wait a minute. Have you done anything bad to the school? You draw on the school?
You have drawn on the school.
I drew on the dumpster, but that was after. And I didn't do it first, technically. Diane did. But I haven't done anything to the school. I just showed up, rode your flying horses, and I did all the things.
Have you tried saying sorry?
I mean, you kind of egged Eon
What?
on with the whole bullying thing with Heath, right? That was the thing that the two of you did. He was mentioning something about it. I don't actually know what happened because I wasn't paying attention in class, but it sounded like you both were kind of mean to him.
They were being mean to him. And so I tried to cast a spell and it didn't really work. Against them, because they were being mean to Eon.
Well, what spell did you try and cast against them?
I don't remember. Hang on, I can tell you.
Hang on,
Right from my laptop. One moment, please. Oh, I think I tried to do a rumor has it. And it failed. And then the rumor didn't really have it. So then Eon made the smell bomb. And then people started throwing up in jars.
Yeah, and then you had a child.
Yeah, that was at lunch that day. But I didn't do nowhere in there have I bullied anyone. I was trying to stand up for Eon. I didn't pick on the school.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what they said. They said
Oh,
that
it's just they.
it was just some creepy voice. And when I went, I was trying to go through time, except I didn't go anywhere. Everything looked the same. I could still see you guys. And then this creepy laughing voice came through and said that you bullied the school. Well,
Wait, what do you mean you didn't go anywhere?
I didn't go anywhere.
Didn't it have like cobwebs and stuff?
It did, but then when I went through, everything was the same, except a little echoey. And that was it.
Oh.
So it's not time?
I don't think so. I really don't think it's time. And then I commanded it to show it themselves, and they didn't. They just said that they were already there and that I was standing on them. And then when I said, "Where are they?" they told me to look around up at the ceilings and the walls, and all I could see was the school.
Maybe it was something that you couldn't see. Maybe it was like an illusion.
Yeah, or maybe it is the school. Can the school have a personality? Can the school be sentient? And
I mean,
You have a
technically.
book about sentient buildings.
I mean, like just around it, like all of the stuff that's like moving and things like this.
Yeah, there's like trays moving on their own. Like, Azra's having a flashback of the time when she was like trying to pull the tray and steal it, and the tray's like, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, we did ask those vacuum cleaners not to clean the room, but like, I think. Okay. All right. Okay. I have an idea, but we have to go back to the library. Look right at Ezra.
Okay.
Okay, that's just one part of the plan, not the whole
The rest of the plan. We are trying to trap this person.
We are trying to trap them. So there was a poster. Did you see it on the wall?
Wait a second.
Yeah, the kid.
What if I go through all the yearbooks upstairs and we try to find them?
A lot of yearbooks.
Great idea.
And then we can
That's
try
a
to
long time
pinpoint
in the
a
library.
All of the yearbooks?
I
mean, hopefully it would be fast.
Well, we know that the school's walls were painted and in like the 90s, so we could maybe limit it to those yearbooks first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and work backwards.
Okay. Yeah. I just thought that
What
would
else
make.
did the poster say? Can you remember? I can't.
I took a picture of it. I would remember everything on it. What else does it say? Somebody was running for president, you said?
Yeah, what did it have, a year or what class? What were they wearing? Were they wearing like anything that might
overalls
He had like a
consistent.
long face and almond eyes and a small mouth, but it was smiling. And he was wearing
Right.
a black witch's hat.
Did it
Okay,
have
got all
like
of that. Okay.
like what was the style of the clothes they were wearing, and was there a name?
It was
For
just kind
president.
of like a headshot, so you couldn't really see any
Well,
more of it
didn't
other than its hat.
Say that it was now not in the 90s? Didn't you say that you were in the same?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's the kid that's in school right now.
So this sounds like not time, but dimensions. Like two. Everybody's with me on the dimensions.
I
Yes.
think so.
Great. Oh, you got really quiet. So I was like, the theory of the dimensions. So if it's okay, I have a thought. We need a mirror.
Okay.
Like, that just seems so confusing. I don't.
Oh.
If there's like that book you read that you probably don't remember, but I remember, there's like infinite other dimensions, then like how are we supposed to know where to even start looking?
Infinite other dimensions?
Well,
It's something that I read in a book.
if
Don't
it is
worry about it.
dimensions, maybe our dimensions are bumping up next to one another. That's why we're getting these tears. So it could be close. So it's not like it would be easier to find.
Possible.
Wait. Oh, it's in my mind, not on my cell phone. Never mind. I was gonna back Google search that image. I can. It's in my brain hole.
Are you guys going to the library to look through the yearbooks?
I don't.
I feel like
I'm open to other ideas.
well,
I look at Ezra to see if she has any ideas.
Ezra is I think probably on the we need to like try and trap the person or whoever it is and get them. So she's like, I think we need to do, like a fake out, right? When you pretend to throw the ball in one direction, but then actually you throw it in the other direction.
Okay.
We need to do something like that. But with Cypher, do we need 2 Cyphers?
Oh, I could do that.
Or what if we
I have a spell called Avatar that makes a copy of myself.
What?
will that be
I've
convenient?
successfully done it though.
That would be amazing. But here's the deal. Like, what? If let's just say, if the school is sentient, then it's hearing our plan.
True.
well,
You know what?
Maybe
Oh,
you-
no, go ahead.
Maybe you could just apologize.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well,
Maybe it's
you
not
could-
about Cypher.
Well, they said specifically that we picked on them first, I think. No, that's what I said. I said, Cypher, that you wouldn't bully anyone.
I mean, maybe like that seems like the simplest way to go about stuff, right? Just try and say.
All right.
I think we need to capture this person. And I think you should probably also figure out who that person was in the pictures. Really feel like there's got to be a faster way than looking at all of this. You're
Okay,
very
I have an
confident.
idea.
Okay.
Going outside. I need to go outside somewhere. Maybe to the dumpster. That seems to be our meeting place of choice with no like people around.
Yeah, you go to the
There's
dumpster.
still like there's still like the school is still considered part of the main building of the school, correct?
Sure.
This area. Okay.
I mean,
I
the
get
school is
out.
the entire thing that's on this cloud. But yeah.
Okay, that's true. I guess I mean the physical building where a lot of this has been manifesting.
I mean,
but
it wouldn't be
okay.
the physical building, but you saw a tear outside. So
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I walk out
if
and
you go to
there's
the if
somebody.
you go to the dumpster, that was the dumpster that you guys all drew on.
Yeah.
And the whole crazy like drawing path that you do with your
Yeah.
ideas with the straw, like everything, it's not there anymore. But the other drawings are still there, like the vacuum cleaner.
Somebody didn't like my conspiracy. I said, what's this? Hey, you, person, school. Want to talk to you. I have something I want to say.
Are you casting something?
No, I'm just kind of talking out loud, trying to provoke it. Nothing?
see how provoking you are.
Oh god.
Roll me a provoke.
I am Kurt.
You're Kurt.
I have been Kurt in this, for the record.
Yeah.
You are
Kurt.
respected as well.
Not by this thing, unfortunately.
No.
Okay. Nope. I rolled a
Wow.
9.
Yeah.
Not very good at asserting myself.
You're shouting out to nothing. And no, what you want to happen doesn't happen. But the trash bin shakes a bit.
Okay.
Something's happening.
Okay.
Something in the garbage? Like a dog?
Oh, is
Or
it you?
cat?
Oh.
Can I peer
Hello?
in?
You open the lid, you look in. A creature. It looks almost like a rat, but it's got these tiny little spikes all over it. Comes flying up at your face.
Yeah.
Oh, weird spiky rat.
Is it trying to attack me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
trying to latch
Can
on
I
your face.
cast? I'm gonna cast Firewall, which is like a shield.
Yeah, do it.
I have.
Gosh, I love your magic so much.
Okay, here we go.
You try to cast firewall, but I think the firewall, like, it does spawn, but it's like behind it, and now this creature is like has a platform that it can sit on, and it's like now like going at your face and calling at you.
It's just a dumpster fire now.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast the spell.
Okay, what you casting?
Hold on. And that stops time for 15 seconds.
Oh god.
And I will do just 2 bonuses. One because I really want to protect Cypher, and the other because my magic is time.
Which it's just okay.
Oof.
Perfect. Oh.
Start going extra
Penny.
fast.
No. What happens is time does pop. All of you are standing there, still. Everything is still.
Oh no.
But not just for a moment, for a very long time. And the 4 of you just hear, you think that's gonna work? I'm not so easily tricked. But I like tricks. And I really like treats. And the 4 of you can smell cinnamon rolls. It smells so good.
I
Smells
love
so
cinnamon.
good. And then the smell dissipates. And that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Oh no.
Do we have mustaches
This is
on our
quite-
faces?
You all have mustaches on your faces.
Oh no.
Yeah. And unibrows.
The worst.
And that's gonna wrap it up for episode 5. I was
so
like
fun.
really hoping. I'm like, yeah, I really hope Peony fails this roll because it's gonna be a perfect ending. So I thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Pumpkin and Blue Jay for joining us. I'm trying to switch this to not be the rolls anymore. I hope that you both had fun.
Yeah.
And if you all enjoyed the show, be sure to give us a follow here. And of course, if you're feeling like you can support us on a monetary means, I do try to pay my entire cast. So following or subscribing to the Twitch channel here at Margaret Crone helps, as well as if you're feeling super generous, giving a donation of a sort always goes a good long way in helping pay for these lovely actors and actresses. Beyond that, we will have the VOD up in the morning on the YouTube channel, Margaret Crone Plays. So if you did miss it, or you just tuned in the end and you didn't catch all of it, or if you want to go catch up on the other stuff, all of it's over there. You can definitely go tune in and check out all the other episodes that we had. And also, we did have the one-shot of Hecate High if you're really, really wanting some more witches and spellcraft. And if you want to play the game on your own, this is a game that I made. You can go ahead and check it out on DriveThruRPG, and you can play it for free completely if you want, or you can give a little bit back and pay for it, whatever you would like. And that will go towards me making some maybe modules or possibly a whole nother system, because I have an apocalypse setting game that I'm working on that I'm really excited for. So
Ooh.
that system is much more complicated though. So we're gonna go around and just see where you can find all of these wonderful witches when there may be being other types of witches or when they're not being witches at all. So we will start with our first guest. Where can people find you at? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Well, my name is BlueJay. You can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or over on Twitter at BlueJay_712. All of my links to everything is there. Also tomorrow I'm going to be jamming my first Vampire the Masquerade game over at it's unfortunately still on Penny Arcade's Patreon. I'm going to try and get them to at least release the first episode for like people to be able to watch. But it's my first time and I'm really excited and also nervous. And my favorite part of tonight's episode was probably the like cry back and forth. Just because it was so ridiculous, and I've definitely had that experience with my sister, both with the crying back and forth and also with like laughing back and forth until you don't even know why you're laughing anymore.
Oh my gosh, I love when
Like
you
your
get
pants,
laughing
yeah.
fits so hard that you're just crying and then thinking about what you were laughing about. You just keep
my
laughing
God,
and it
yes.
just keeps going. I love that.
That's the best. It was great. So that was probably my favorite moment.
Thank you again, BlueJay. I love having you on here. It was awesome.
It was so good to have you back.
Yeah, and then of course moving on to the sister Peony, played by the wonderful Pumpkinberry. Of course, tell us where people can find you at, and what your favorite moment was tonight.
Oh yes. My favorite moment. I really like your tech spells. So you just coming up with like the screenshot, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then I definitely also enjoyed the crying moment back and forth. That was a lot of fun. And you guys can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. You can also find me once a week GMing a horror show, believe it or not, on Table Story.
It's so good.
Thank you so
So
much.
good. I love watching it so much.
Thank you. I put a lot of heart and soul into that show. So yeah, definitely if you're interested in horror or mystery, or believe it or not, a story about people stuck in a time loop, you can definitely go check that out. Yeah, and thank you so much for having me. I absolutely love any time in which I can come and be a part of this show. So
Thank you again, PB.
Mm.
And of course, moving on around, Ezra, played by Random Tuesday. Where can people find you at? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight? And you'll definitely want to go check us out on Sunday, where the two of us are going to be on a prologue together.
I'm so excited. Yeah, you can find me at Random Tuesday. Most all the places online. I make cosplays. I stream, and next week you can find me at Gen Con if you're there. I will be at the convention forever. That's gonna be my life for like a week.
I want to go so
I'm
bad.
running a lot.
I want to go so bad.
It'll be ridiculous. But I'm gonna be running a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, so you won't see me, but I will be the one panicking when everything goes wrong, or commanding the helm. But yes, on this Sunday you can catch me and Maggie in our prologue. You can meet Mimi and Havoc to discover the truest joys of their very strange life together in Shadowrun over on Roll For It. And then not this Monday, but not the Monday after, but the following Monday, you can catch me and BlueJay on the D&D channel playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Right, and last but not least, we have Cypher, played by Little Red Dot, who you'll definitely want to check out on Saturday as well. There's some scheming going on our Game of Thrones show.
Scheming! Yeah, we've been
I don't
scheming.
think I'm on that episode. I think there is a guest spot, but I don't think it's going to be me.
I think it's Bentham.
Yeah, I think it's Bentham.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's all the scheming. Say hi or bye.
Tortellini. Actually, that's a big tortellini.
Yeah, she's.
I have the
Hey.
little version. I don't know where she's at right now.
Yeah, I am Dot. You can find me online as Little Red Dot. I play a lot of tabletop RPGs with cool networks like Roll For It on Saturdays and a few other places throughout the week. You can also catch me on the North by Northwest podcast if you prefer that as well. And I will also be at Gen Con, bustling about.
And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Oh, right, my favorite moment. I really love, I don't know if it's one moment or if it's just the way the dynamic plays out, where when a spell doesn't work, because this happened multiple times, then we try to cast more spells and then those spells don't work. And it kind of turns into this like just avalanche of bad magic. And those are always my favorite moments. So like, yeah, I'm glad you cast it twice, but like when you first cast the cup, the comfort brew, and it went poorly, I was like, this is bad. This is so bad. This is why Cypher doesn't come to the lunchroom anymore, because every time we go to the lunchroom, like I had a sheer moment of actual panic. So just like the idea of like, oh no, this spell, let's cast another time leap spell. It'll be fine. We'll just go back and put a time spell on top of a time spell. Just the way teenagers make decisions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They don't make the best ones. Let's put it that way.
So maybe it's not like one particular thing, but it's more of just the way they...
You all did make a really good decision on episode 4. You went to a teacher. Took you a little bit, but you went to a teacher on episode 4.
We went to one who was like, crazy kids and their magics.
Yeah.
It's basically what she told us.
Because crazy kids and their magics.
I know.
I'm like, Dot, as somebody who has worked at a school, Lauren, as somebody who has worked at a school.
I know this, like... So I did also enjoy our disco class. I really want some character art of all of us like dancing. I imagine us like Charlie, you know, like Charlie Brown dancing, like all of us in a line, and each of us had this like weird, awkward, except of course for Ezra, who nailed it.
They had this teacher named Professor Red who's like whimsical and fickle. I was like, all right. And they teach magical disco. I'm like, oh, she's going to be ridiculous. Like a lot, just a lot to handle.
Also, best name. She has best name.
Yeah.
Best.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, we'll see you next Thursday, 7 p.m. PDT. But we always stream Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on this channel, so you definitely want to come tune in. On Monday, we play Warhammer. On Wednesday, we play Dungeons & Dragons. And on Thursdays, we play Witches and StarCraft. So we'll see you then. For now, be good witches, and we'll see you later. If you're watching this on Twitch, hang out with us. We're going to go raid somebody.